Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is time to switch things over. It's a hostile takeover. We've been playing Pathfinder all day, and frankly, I'm sick of it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I just also want to play Starfinder because I love it. I am Ann Richmond, a.k.a. Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge around these parts. This is my channel. I make TTRPG content here and on YouTube, and it is my immense pleasure to host, along with Paizo, Jasper's Game Week with 3 whole days of kick-ass storytelling with some incredible people and our amazingly generous auction winners. We are continuing to raise money, as you see on screen. It's right there. It's right there for your eye holes. We are raising money for Jasper's Game Day, which is a 501c3 charity dedicated to suicide prevention and awareness. They raise money to disseminate amongst all sorts of programs, suicide hotlines in danger of shutting down. They've helped at-risk youth in different communities with programming to help them. They've really done so much work with veterans, work with all sorts of people. They've funded research with the American Society of Suicidology. They are the light in the darkness that shows up when programs need help staying open to do the important work of getting out in front of suicide rather than dealing with the horrific aftermath. So we are so honored to have raised so much already from this amazing community who has just been coming out in droves to enjoy some Pathfinder and Starfinder goodness and put their hearts on the line and their cash, honestly, their wallets on the line to influence our story. And that is an option you have. If you type !donate in chat, it will bring up all of the options you have for rewards. I will be tracking those and passing them along to our illustrious team. And I'm going to pass it over to Justin to get us started.
That is me. Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, the Star-Lord Harris, and I am the Game Master for the Tableverse, a Starfinder actual play podcast featuring a homebrew campaign, audio drama-esque editing, and a group of talented role players. But tonight, I will play the part of the humble and merciful Star-Lord for this wonderful table of players as I guide them through an original Starfinder one-shot that I've written exclusively just for them. But first, before we get into all that fun, let's find out who these players are. You know who I am. So playing with me at the table tonight, we have Chadwick. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Chadwick. It's nice to see everybody here. I'm excited for this. You can see me on Twitter at Wizard Dind. That's Wizard and DND. I love this game.
Excellent. And up next, Aaron Lore.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lore. I also go by Jared. I have nothing to promote, so donate.
There we go. And we also have Miss Eleanor.
Hello. My name is Eleanor DiLorenzo, and I don't really have anything else either to plug except, general awesomeness.
Eleanor, tell them to listen to our podcast.
Oh, right. Hi, I know Anne.
Right now,
we have a cool podcast called Lost Mountain Saga. It's wrapping up in June, and I'm also playing Starfinder a bunch on a show called Androids and Aliens. You can check that out too. And otherwise, I have my own Twitch channel that I haven't played in for a while because I've been very busy with stuff. And yeah, that's my plug-a-roonies. You can check out everything I do if you see the spelling of my name. It's usually Ellie DiLorenzo or Eleanor DiLorenzo. Yeah.
Great plug. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I've worked on it a bunch.
Nope.
5 stars, would recommend.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Kitty Crafto.
What's up? Hi, I'm Kitty Crafto, also known as Helena Anderson, but mostly I'm on the internet, so Kitty Crafto. You can follow my shenanigans on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Kitty Crafto. I'm on a brief hiatus because I, too, have been dealing with a lot of things, as most of us have been. But you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok just for shenanigans and meme lordery, quite honestly. Yeah, that's me.
10 out of 10.
And we have Ann Richmond. And besides Hearthsinger Games, where else can we find you?
Well, you can find me on my Nordic horror podcast, The Lost Mountain Saga, with Eleanor DiLorenzo and Sydney Emanuel. And it's great, and you should listen to it. I'll throw it in chat here in a second. But yeah, it's pretty much there, and you'll see all sorts of invites to look at my YouTube channel and all of that coming through the chat. I don't need to talk about myself anymore. I'm ready to be someone else, Justin.
Oh,
So frankly, how dare you?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The
I just wanted-
audacity.
Appreciate it. How dare you?
Should the guy?
Yeah.
Should,
I mean, what I can say is I have a very cute dog, and all of my social media, aside from this weekend, has really devolved into pictures of my puppy. And so if that's something you enjoy, find me at @AnnRichmond on Twitter. And just enjoy. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the wholesome puppy vibes.
Oh.
And last, and certainly least, if you would like to find me personally, I'm on Twitter @CherisHarris. And if you'd like to check out my show, that is @TheTableverse. Okay,
It's a good show.
Nice.
here we go. And Anne and Helena have been on it, so more
It's true. So
more
you
incentive.
know it's at least good enough for other people to want to be on.
Yes, exactly.
Emmy Award material.
Agreed.
And that's all I've ever wanted. All right. Tonight, as the lights go down in the virtual living room here, the Mountain Dew has been opened, the Doritos, the seal's been broken on those, and I've eaten half of them already. Tonight, the player characters have a unique window of opportunity for revenge. Each of them has a vendetta to settle with one Captain Gruzark, a nefarious space pirate and one of the 9 scourges of the stars. We're going to go around the table and we're going to meet these characters and we're going to learn what is this grudge that they personally hold against Gruzark. Chadwick, please introduce us to your character.
Hello, I am playing I-883, also known as Iggy. I am an android mechanic turned bounty hunter because that jerk Gruzark destroyed my partner, and I have used that partner to assist me with my exoskeleton blog thing. I don't know what it is, but it works pretty well. Oh, shut up. You know what he wants to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes they get in the way.
Incredible. Aaron Lore.
Yes, I'm playing Isekai 01. She has a simple mission. She's going to kill him on one of his raids, having killed her favorite author, the writer of the light novel series, Trekkun Beep Beep.
Wow. This group is incredible.
I have to say, when the players sent me their grudges that they had, that one made me laugh out loud. I could not help myself. There was a guffaw that erupted from my maw. So very good work, Aaron Lore.
Thank you.
Eleanor.
So I didn't realize we were supposed to send the grudges to you to be approved. So, all right. Well, here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Ralph Snyder. I worked as an accountant my entire life, and on my free time, I've been a mechanic. I hate the dude, the pirate, that I totally remember the name of because he slept with my wife, and now I can't. Now she left me with all the children we have, the 5 children we have. That's my justification. And scene.
Oh my God.
What
And
was
that's a game. Good game. Good game.
Oh, it's everything I hoped it would be.
Ellie, very quickly, what was Ralph's wife's name?
Ooh, that's a good thing to have written down and planned for. Her name was Sharon. Sharon with the C.
Aaron.
Sharon.
It's just Kron,
Of,
but it's Karen.
of the New Hampshire Charons.
Yes, yes.
Ed
Oh.
Sheeran.
Ed Sharon.
Yeah. Her father, Ed Sheeran. But she
Yeah.
took his last name. It's fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was. They wanted to keep the family legacy, but her mother was very against her name being Edwina. So This whole game is now let's make Ellie's backstory.
Right?
Let's build it out. Just lay back and enjoy.
I worked on it for several years. What are you talking about, Anne?
I know. I mean, yeah,
It's
I'm
clear.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's
This
very
is this has been her home game character since Starfinder came out.
clear. The dream.
All right, Kitty Crafto.
Hi. Or should I say, did you telepathically get that message? Because I am an uplifted bear, which means I'm a bear in space. Yep, that's an ancestry you can play in Starfinder, which makes me really happy. Basically, I'm a bear named Electra Ironpaw, and when she does speak to you, it sounds a lot like this. I'm Electra. Basically, I am seeking revenge against Captain Gruzark because he kidnapped me, and there was this whole situation where I was being hunted by an Isoki mob, and then I had to kind of flee Bruce Willis style from a fighting event that I was participating in, and then he basically kidnapped me, and I tried to escape a couple of times. He thought that I wasn't really worth it, and so he dumped me on an asteroid. So yeah, that's about it. I just want to get revenge now.
Very good.
Today.
Yep. Today,
if possible.
please.
This might be the time, the only
Don't let
time.
us stop you.
Yes.
And Anne.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour. I am Elvin Technomancer Extraordinaire, Dr. Priya Brywind of the Starfinder Society. This captain. Oh, we have crossed wits. We have bandied words and spells. But I will never forgive him for he stole an artifact that truly belongs in a museum. And it must be returned, because that is the archaeologist path. That is what I intend to do, to get revenge. If he dies, he dies. But ultimately, I just want to get the spell gem back. It's pre-gap technology. This was a French accent, but now it's just morphing into
It works.
an adventure in itself. Accent finder. So yeah, that's what I wish. If revenge includes death, then great. And if not, then as long as it's in a museum. Then I'm okay with it. But I'm not going to stand in anybody else's way if they need to, avenge their cheating wife or, the horrific things that were done to them in captivity, etc. Who am I to stand in the way of justice? Priya Brywin, by my book.
Very nice. Thank you, everyone, for those lovely introductions. And speaking of Accent Finder, one of our perks, incentives to donating is if you donate, I believe it's 25. Is that correct, Anne? Am I misremembering my own thing?
I'll tell you.
No.
If you donate $25, all willing participants at the table must switch to a new voice for the character they're currently portraying.
Oh no.
So for all of our players at the table, that would be their character. They would have to choose a brand new voice for their character if they are willing to do so. And for me, that could be anyone that they run into. So let's have some good times. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's let the good times roll.
Let's win my wife back.
Let's be a bear in space.
This is fantastic. And Ellie, I'm glad you didn't send that to me beforehand. I'm so happy.
Because you would have said no.
No. That's a big 48 font. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. 48.
40.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just
Sorry.
met Justin.
Sorry, everyone. There's a nerd on the stream.
What? Who is it? Which one of us?
Okay. And now, our cast of characters have been introduced. The stage is set and the dice are prepped. Let us begin the party on the Bleak horizon.
I love a good party.
Bleak
How do you
horizon.
feel?
Sounds like a bomb of a party. But a
It's
nightclub.
It's gonna be a good night.
They serving Mexican on the party? Because it'll be a bomb.
We'll see. Captain Garquin Gruzark is counted as one of the 9 scourges of the stars and 3rd on the Pact World's most wanted list. Gruzark has made countless scores of enemies over the course of his pirating career, and each and every one of you is one of them. You all have a mutual friend who has brought you an opportunity you can't ignore. Captain Gruzark's crew is hosting a birthday celebration aboard his flagship, the Bleak Horizon. Your mutual friend has forged an invitation for you and put you in contact with 4 others who also have a vendetta against Gruzark. In your mind, this is the perfect opportunity to sneak aboard the Bleak Horizon and finally get revenge. All of you are currently on board a shuttle, a party shuttle that is taking you to the location of the birthday blowout on the far side of Varos, one of Brethetta's moons. Each of you look out a porthole in the shuttle, and you can see your destination, hovering just outside of Varos's orbit, a gargantuan starship made of a ghastly deep blue material. It has fiery red light streaming all across its wicked hull. Your shuttle is now completely enveloped by the ship's shadow. The light from the sun on the other side of the ship is creating a glowing halo effect, and you can now see a perfect silhouette of this intimidating vessel that has terrorized an untold number of worlds. This is Captain Gruzark's flagship, the Bleak Horizon.
Woo!
Your shuttle enters.
Oh no, I was just saying wow, because it's quite a sight, as described.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anne. Thanks.
Sorry. I just please keep it going. Don't let the camera focus on me. Jesus Christ.
5 stars, would recommend. Your shuttle enters a docking hangar built into the side of the horizon. The shuttle lands and the flight attendants collect everyone's leftover trash. You exit the shuttle and you're ushered into a line of people waiting to get into the ship proper. After a few minutes, all of you are at the front of the line and they have a reception desk set up, just like you would have at like a high school prom. And behind the reception desk is a yellow Osharu. The Osharu are the aliens. They look like slugs, got 2 like antennae with like eyes on the end of them. And this Osharu looks at you and asks, "Do you have your invitations?"
Who's saying that? I can't see. I'm standing behind Electra. You're very big, Electra.
You hear it. Oh, sorry, sweetie. And she kind of shuffles aside, kind of knocks over a couple of like cans that were on the ground.
I have my invitation.
All right, I'll take it. She takes the invitation. She studies it. And she looks back at you. All right. And where's the gift you brought for his scourginess?
Oh, it is coming. It's big. I couldn't carry it on my own.
All right. Give me a bluff check.
Oh no.
Yes,
First
first
roll of the
roll,
night.
first roll.
Nice.
First roll.
Bluff away.
13.
13. Let's see how you do here. All right, well, it better be postmarked 2 days from yesterday, or we're gonna be very upset.
Oh, yes.
All right, and then one after the other. Hand over your invitation. You get grilled about the gift. And she says to a couple of you, "It's a birthday party. You bring gifts."
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please.
I'll say, well, mine is going to be a big surprise later tonight, so we don't want anybody to know about it.
Okay. You know Captain Gruzark, he loves surprises.
Oh, he will be surprised.
All right, and here's your gift bags. Party favors.
Priya approaches and extends her invitation to be collected and says, "Well, of course, as an icon, I am the gift. A party is, after all, only as good as the people who attended, no?" And she winks.
Ooh.
You're a fancy talker.
"Buy my book," she says, and she slides a postcard across, like a little minor illusion postcard that will like disappear once it's read.
Brilliant. Beautiful.
Ralph sweating. He walks over. He's like, yeah, usually it's my wife who takes care of gifts. Well, here's my business card for tax return preparation. And he gives a sweaty business card to the person, to the slug. Just call me if you ever need any. I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff.
I just want to let you know before you go in, I regularly excrete mucus from all of my pores.
Right.
And
I
this
love
is
it.
disgusting. The state of this card.
Sorry, I got a little nervous. I haven't partied in a while. But yeah,
I cast prestidigitation on the card to clean it up a little bit.
Oh, that's better.
Thanks.
Because she puts it away.
Electra stomps up to the table and like puts her paws down. This 10-foot chestnut bear, just like looking down like a bear. And the slug woman hears in her head, I have a bit of an inside joke with the captain here. And she hands the slug a pack of Leovarin Dream bubblegum. It's a bit of an inside joke. She pops one in her mouth, pops a bubble, and kind of goes ahead and walks inside without any regard.
And so, as you continue to walk, you hear from behind you,
Wait, don't you want to give it to him?
She
Why
turns
are-
her head and growls and just keeps
Ugh.
walking. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
We have a polar bear.
Go.
all right. As you pass the reception desk, successfully, congratulations, everyone.
Nice. Level up.
Everyone gained 10 levels.
It's time to play.
Hero Lab. No.
Okay, and so who had their ability scores below 18? Okay, all right, okay. You are escorted by some of the dock hands down a long series of hallways. And you, as you get further and further into the ship, you see a lot of pictures of Gruzark. And there's a couple of like hologram, what would be statues, and he's like, You're doing a great job, he says to you as you're walking past his hologram. And as you get deeper and deeper into these hallways of the ship, the large Bleak horizon, you start to hear this music thumping, and you start to get excited. And it says, the deckhand says, okay, just a little bit further, right down this way, and you can see now there. It looks like there's a nightclub on the ship, on the flagship, the Bleak Horizon. And you look, there's a neon sign above a couple of double doors, and it reads, nightclub on the Bleak Horizon.
Wow, they really didn't like work on these names, did they?
This reminds
Thing is
creative.
Well, you won't get lost.
I mean, that's fair.
this reminds me of Studio 53.
Oh yeah, I've been there. It's a nice place. It's a little bit past its prime, but you have to remember the good old days, right?
Of course.
We
Grr. It took me a second.
that was an agreement, Gur.
Yeah, it was a grr and then a thumbs up.
Like, girl, I remember.
Yes, girl.
Is your character having hot grr summer?
Yes.
I need to fix my translation device. I thought you said you had to use the bathroom.
Amazing.
We cut back to like the naming meeting, the meeting to name the nightclub, and you see two elves just saying like, well, that's what it is. It's a nightclub, and it's on the Bleak Horizon. And the other one says, there's so many different ways we could go with this. He's like, I only see one. Cut back to.
Cut back to
Cut
the
back
sign. And it like flickers a little bit.
Okay. And as you walk in, and I'm going to change the screen here on Roll20.
Ooh.
Heck.
As you enter the nightclub on the Bleak horizon,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
you are entering right here, in the bottom left of the map. You see a thriving, jumping nightclub scene. Let me get back here. Scroll through this. Thank you. The music is now the loudest that it's been. You see there are a few people dancing. You see to the left of you, there is a fully stocked bar with a bartender quickly serving people drinks. You can see that, there are crew members, deckhands, pirates, gunners, scientists, all milling about, having a pretty good time. As you enter the nightclub proper, you pass a Kasathan guard who has a laser rifle on them and their face covered in a scarf and a helmet. They're ready for action. In the middle of the room is a dance floor, but no one on the dance floor is dancing. People on the peripheral are dancing. On the dance floor, oddly enough, no dancing. Instead, there are 3 people are blindfolded and they have their pistols drawn and they're pointing at the ceiling. Okay, you look up and above the dance floor, hanging from the roof, you see a colorful piñata in the shape of a horse.
Oh, no.
And as you see it, you're remembering that, a horse, some of you know, horse is Gruzark's favorite animal. And
Yes.
I don't know why he said that while he was stealing from me, but he just said, man, horses. I'm a horse girl, pirates. And I remember that more than anything else that day.
That's what he said to me, too. It's interesting. While he was sleeping with my wife.
It was definitely something strange that he just. Apparently, it's on his bio on, line too. He just,
I was wondering when he shot my partner why he said "See Biscuit finally lost."
Yeah.
But now it's also clear.
Mm-hmm.
So very clear what we're supposed to be doing.
All right.
Is there candy inside?
Who can say?
There's only one way to find out. Should we enter this contest of poor decision making?
But should we try to be subtle? Grr.
You're a bear.
An uplifted bear.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, you, as someone with the right to bear arms, I feel
She,
that you're not the most
flexes.
subtle of people, and that's all right for you. You make it work for you, frankly.
I mean,
Thanks.
isn't the
It fits.
captain a dragonkin?
Gruzark is a dragonkin. That's correct.
So, bear, dragon.
There are stranger things in this world. How far up is the piñata?
Great question. The piñata is 40 feet up.
40 feet. Okay.
How
Okay,
big
so I
is it?
can't jump. Okay.
How big is it? It is it is the size of a pony. A regular
The
size
real question,
pony.
Helena, is how uplifted are you if you can't?
If I
jump
can't
40 feet in
jump
air?
40.
Lift up. Lift up.
Up.
Can't do it. I'm too fluffy.
My God.
As you are debating the size, is there candy in there or not? Pow! One of the blindfolded crew members fires at the piñata and misses. They have to take off their blindfold, give it to the person in line behind them, and the game continues. At the far end, on the right side of the club, is a stage area. A mic and speakers are set up. There's a giant screen playing random musical holovids, and there's a lot of people in line for the microphone. Right now, there's a half elf at the mic, and you catch them at the end of their segment, and they said, and they say, "So I said to him, that's not my co-pilot. It's a temporal anomaly."
Ralph just laughed.
Good one. Good one.
A few other people giggle. One guy coughs in the background.
Get off the
This is
stage.
not highbrow comedy. Get off the
Get off the stage!
Yeah, Priya's kind of like, oh, I thought it was karaoke, but now it's something far more terrifying.
Oh.
Back on Absalom
Stand-up
Station.
comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Back on Absalom Station, I believe they call this improv comedy.
We always called it uplifted comedy.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Stand up lifted comedy.
Yeah. In my Bear clan, in the Iron Paw clan.
Huh.
Oh,
Go ahead.
is this Horizon's most talented? Are we being filmed?
You look
God,
around,
I
you
hope
don't
so,
see
she
any.
says.
You don't see any judges with X's or flamethrowers or chairs or buzzers.
How disappointing.
But since this is a pirate ship, do we see any weird, do we see anyone that looks dangerous outside of the guards? Like, does everyone look like they're ready to kill you?
Very
Yeah,
good question.
do people want to be at this party, or are they just pirates? Like, what's happening?
Very, very good questions. All. Give me some perception rolls.
Ooh.
Rolls.
Oh, we're getting into it now.
Ooh.
20.
25.
Natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
Nice.
Wasted.
You
22.
see nothing.
22. Okay. So everyone rolled high enough to get all this information, but Dr. Priya, because you rolled a nat 20, in all of my games, if you roll a nat 20 on perception or some kind of information roll or something like that, you know this information to be absolutely true. There's nothing suspicious about it whatsoever. It is not a rumor to you, it is fact. And you know it to be so. So, yes, everyone at this party wants to be here. They are having a great time. For the most part, you think that the majority of the guests here are lower rank and file pirates from the crew. There may be, judging from insignias that you're seeing, there may be some crew members visiting from other space pirate crews, maybe some of the other, scourges of the nine, some of the other 9 scourges of the stars. What catches your interest? There are 2 security guards in the room that look dangerous and ready to go. There is
2.
one.
Only 2.
There's one here
Take
that you passed. There's only 2 security guards that look like they're ready to, pull people out if they get a little too rowdy. What does that look like on a pirate ship? But everyone in this room does seem to be armed. How dangerous they are, you don't think they're that dangerous.
Who can say?
But who can say? And there's another security guard at the top left of the room right here. The most dangerous person in the room by far is the guest of honor, Mr. Gruzark himself. And standing next to him, he's in a giant chair. Standing next to him on either side are 2 wizard-looking characters. They've got these nice shimmering helmets on. They are scanning the area, looking to stop anyone who might even dare approach the ultimate ultra VIP area where the captain is seated there. And you do see that he doesn't look happy. He has a disappointed look on his face. And most of the people in the nightclub on the Bleak Horizon are looking his way. And he kind of moves his head back and forth, like he's just thinking about something. And finally, he makes up his mind. Takes his hand and he starts to press a button that's on the end of the arm of his chair.
Oh, no.
And the person on stage says, no, wait. It's a temporal anomaly. Don't you get it? Come on, please get it. And then click, The button is pressed. A trapdoor opens underneath the half-elf on the stage. He falls and plummets. There's a splash of what looks like liquid plasma. It's hot, it's spewing. There's smog everywhere. You hear a loud shriek from the half-elf. There's a growl from under the stage, and there's a huge, deafening sound of bones crunching. And then the trapdoor closes, and everything is immediately silent again.
How soon after that does the music kick back in?
Yeah.
Immediately. There's like 4 seconds,
Yeah.
that silence hangs in the air,
Yeah.
and you hear someone say over the speaker, "Okay, who's next?"
I lean
Yeah.
I lean over to Ralph and go, "Don't raise your hand."
No. I need to work on some of my 5 minutes.
She looks at Ralph and she says, do you see our wife anywhere?
No, I don't. I doubt she's here. I think she's home at Absalom Station. I'm just here to make sure that he's dead so that she won't get tempted again.
Oh, that's...
But I can
Honestly, you deserve better. That's really sad.
Or, you
But I
know,
can also-
marriage counseling?
But I can also and you, Anne, and say that she.
Oh, there she is!
Oh my God, my wife is here. After all, depends on how we want to play this game.
You should talk her into giving a routine.
Oh no, but then she's very boring. I don't know why I married Sharon.
I mean, that's all the more reason to have her do a terrible routine and get sent into the plasma.
Maybe you will
pit.
discover something new.
Maybe I agree with you guys that it's really awful to be unfaithful, but even so, I don't want her to boil to death in plasma.
Yeah, that's a bit dramatic, I would say. You hear in your head.
I'm sort of sad that you just kind of want to like let her continue to be shitty to you.
No, but I mean, he's very charming. Look at him. Who wouldn't?
Ralph, you're charming. She says you don't believe her when she's complimenting you.
And he starts to blush a little.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you need to, you can, if you want to win her back, maybe this is the start of, adding a little more panache
That's what
to your life.
That's what I think. And he
Stand up tall.
and he shows you a couple of grenades he has underneath his
Oh,
chest.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hide that.
Eloritu
Hide
be
that.
praised.
Okay.
Hide that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electra pats you on the head with a big paw. You know you've done well.
Ow. Yes.
When it's time.
Oh, I'm ready.
The last person you see that looks like they might be just a step like up, we've got the regular crew members who, they all have weapons, but you all think that you could take them in a fight, no problem. You've got the security guards. You've got the two wizards standing on either side of Gruzark. You've got Gruzark himself. And then you also see an android. Let me get this token ready. You see an android seated at the bar. And they don't look to have any insignias of any pirate crews. And just judging from the way they hold themselves, they carry themselves, the way that they've got their holster for their pistol positioned on their hip, you think that they might be up to something.
Well, out of character, I've played the game Hitman. And
No, in character.
okay. Well, I've played a video game as I was very depressed about my wife leaving me, maybe threatening to possibly leave me. And what I've heard is that it's to lure the person you want to murder into a different room while no one else is watching. You might have to take out the kitchen staff as well. But
Wow, there's a whole side of you that I didn't. Priya sort of like touches her chest a little bit, like taken with the danger in Ralph, the hidden allure, the man behind the accountant.
yeah.
There's a
wow.
darkness that lives inside us all.
Yeah, and it calls to me.
Ooh. Well, do we want to walk out? Do we want to walk up to the android, like the suspicious-looking androids?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get drinks.
Oh,
A cosmopolitan for me.
All right, so everyone makes their way to the bar, and as you approach,
Yeah.
the bartender behind the bar is a human. Both of their arms have been replaced. They have robotic metal ones. And bartender looks at each of you and goes, all right then, what'll you have?
A cosmopolitan. Thank you.
All
I
right.
will have anything that is purple. It's very on brand for me. And she like does a motion to her entire like purple space dress, like purple and pink hair. Like it's just a whole look. It needs to match. You figure it out. I'll drink it.
Knowing how long it will take, a mint julep, please.
Oh,
Amazing.
3
do that.
Akaton slammers, and she slams her paw on the counter.
now we're talking. Now it's a party.
I'll have a water.
Tea, yeah.
Yeah. Did you say water?
Amazing.
Water.
A glass of milk, please.
Hydration
Chill.
is key when it comes to murder.
My God.
Murder.
Throwing
Murder?
back these beverages.
Murder.
We're going to kill this party. Have a great
Kill
time.
it dead. What party? You gotta stay to the end till it's dead. Till the party is dead, she says, trying to cover the tracks.
Literal
Are you-
tracks.
Not one of the pirates.
I'm the bartender.
Then surely you know the slang.
That's right. I work here on the ship.
This poor man.
I have all my
Slash
life.
Justin. Oh, so you've been a pirate all of your life?
That's right. I was born into it.
I will
What legacy?
sit down. Please tell me your story.
Your entire story. Don't stop. Start to finish.
We have
You are born.
3 hours.
All right. Well, I was born a wee lad, and moments.
As so many are.
I was born a fully grown man.
I was born a bear, but continue.
Some people are
Androids here, you know.
born a bear. Some people are born an android. Some people are born a dragon person, and they rule over everyone else.
Yeah, do you
What's
like your boss?
Oh. Yeah, love him. Captain
Huh?
Bruzark, he's the best. He elbows someone next to him. He punches someone at the bar. He's the best. Yeah, he took me in as a wee lad, and I've been working for him ever since, cleaning toilets, cleaning his closet, doing his laundry, tending his bar.
I'm sure you're like a people person tending the bar, huh? Do people like you? Friend, what's your name?
My name is Frank.
Frank. My name is I hate you, Anne. Frank is what just happened. And she kind of nods and she says, "Do you have aspirations, Frank?"
Yes, I do. You see, I've always wanted to be a tap dancer.
Grr.
I've wanted to tap since I was a wee lad. I've taken.
Well, you're tapping right now, friend. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, mon Dieu. Je suis désolé.
Electra takes out a handkerchief from one of her many striped garments
Too soon,
and,
Priya.
and tries to offer it to him, kind of dangles it in his face.
Out of curiosity, when he had gone off and talking about, oh, he's great, yeah, everybody, blah, blah, what was other people's reactions around him? Did they kind of look at him awkward, or they kind of like relate?
With those perception rolls from before, you could see a couple people are relating, but most people are like looking at him like, hey, what's that guy saying? I got to take care of him, you know, like maybe he shouldn't be so loud, especially when he's talking about tap.
Tap. Not tap
You
dancing.
hear
Not
you hear
on the
from
ship.
back- you hear someone in the back say, "The only taps you need to worry about are the ones at the bar."
Uh-huh.
To Gruzark, she says to just distract from this interaction with other
And the crowd erupts.
Happy birthday!
Happy
Now,
birthday.
to that end, when the cheer went up, was there anybody who was half-hearted or perhaps uninterested in the cheer?
We're bad
Someone
at
we might be
acting.
able to turn.
Like
To
the
our
android
side.
that we were.
There was one
Going-
person,
Yeah.
one android, who didn't cheer at all.
Man, we should really talk to them. We should really start the quest.
Oh, I
at
don't
our
know.
earliest
We're
The
not
quest has
easily
started.
distracted.
We're here. We're
Yeah.
doing the quest.
I mean,
All right.
the big sign above him that says "Here to help." I don't think that's real.
Yeah, that's fake. Yeah, it's all in our minds.
That's not a quest. That's a suggestion.
We
Let's
we
do some karaoke.
we
No.
cut to the creative meeting where they came up with a name for that sign. It's like, well, because they are here to help, okay? But it's a little on the nose. Trust me, they'll never go for it. Goes back to the scene at the nightclub.
Amazing. Well, let's
walk-
approach this person. Or sorry, what were you gonna say, Ralph?
No, I think that's a good idea. But yeah, all 5 of us at the same time. Which is like, okay, I'll follow you.
Well, is anybody, I mean, charismatic, more charismatic than me? Somebody could be. I doubt it.
I
but
doubt it.
maybe.
We have 2 androids, a polar bear, and me,
Grizzly.
no.
But thanks.
Grizzly.
Oh, come on. You can't jump. Obviously, you're a white bear.
Grizzly.
Amazing. Yeah, I will approach the android. What is an android, a sentient life form like you doing in a place like this?
I'm looking for people like you.
I hear that more than you'd think. Why have you come to this pitiful excuse for a birthday party? There's not even a 7-tiered cake.
7.
And the android looks back at you and she says,
Well, don't be so sure about the cake.
Oh. Is that a code? She says, leaning in.
Are they?
And-
This reminds me of the time when Grisark went up to my wife. I think something's gonna about to happen between these two. Ralph says to the
Yeah.
to Electra.
Yeah, she sort of like waves everybody over now that the first contact has been made.
I'll come over.
Electra gets a little too close behind the android and tries to sit on a stool, but kind of just ends up sumo squatting and just holding it. Well,
Amazing.
there's
I s-
cake.
Yeah, I'll walk up and like, I do not see cake.
Yes, well, it isn't out here yet, but it will be out here soon.
I take it you don't, you're here out of obligation?
I am here for a purpose, and I think that you might be as well. I don't see any pirate insignias. You don't seem like the kind that would hang out on the bleak horizon for fun.
I
Uh,
may have in the past.
You'd be surprised what I do for fun, she says. What is this person? I don't know.
My cousin works here. She hears in her mind. My cousin works here.
I prepare their taxes.
Oh, well, a noble profession indeed.
I'm here for cake. I love confetti cake.
I'm here for revenge.
Okay, I was kidding before. Me too.
Best served cold, like ice cream cake.
Oh, I forgot to wink when I said cake.
Oh, good. Yeah. good.
Revenge cake.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh
That's okay.
no.
Okay.
I've been told that I can't wink.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see
well,
it.
I'm sure we could program that for you if you want. I could help.
I'm going to try right now to wink.
Please.
Try very hard.
Oh,
That's both. That's you've done both eyes.
Did I-
both
did I do
both
it?
again? No.
Okay. No, you show me.
Technically, you winked once with both eyes at the same time, which is called a blink.
I go up and hold one eye open. I say, now do it again. There you go.
Do you mind? I have a computer in my mind. I would be happy to program in a wink for you to make subterfuge at least more fun, if not easier.
And a little saucy.
Yes, I want to be more saucy. Yes, let's do that.
Okay, great. I'll roll a computer's check.
No, roll sauciness for me.
Don't know what that is. Diplomacy? I don't know.
Computers is fine.
Okay, I was like, all right. So runes light up along her jawline, and a little data jack at her temple, sort of like a ring of light lights up with a rune in the center of it. And she, oh man, these numbers are so high. 27. Computer's check.
Starfinder, big number.
Yeah.
You see as she kind of the android like just becomes kind of stiff for a moment. Her eyes go dark, and then there's a loading screen on both of her eyes, and it just kind of like until it gets to 100%, and she goes, "I can wink."
Do it.
Oh no! No, there it is! Yeah.
Very good.
Priya
Very good.
winks back.
Very
Am
good.
I doing it?
Yes. Now, unfortunately, I only had enough memory to do the one eye, so you won't be Amber Winkstress. But I think you'll get a lot of mileage out of that.
Do it
This
a little
is-
faster. A little faster. Don't hold it. Little. Perfect. Yes. Now it looks like you've got something in it. Your eye.
Is this correct? Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Good job. Good job. Excellent.
Well, we did our best.
I just need to get used to it, I think.
You will.
It takes
Or
time.
subterfuge. Who are you? Why are we here? Why are you here? Revenge?
Oh. I'm terribly sorry. My name is Rolex.
Like the watch?
The what?
The watch.
I don't know what you mean. Watch what?
You-
Watch. You. Oh, all right.
You take a licking, but keep on ticking.
Exactly. And tonight I intend to tick a lot.
I see.
Like a bomb?
How do we get anything
In a
done?
cake? Did you put a bomb in a cake?
Great
Confetti
minds.
cake.
Great minds
The-
think alike. And Ralph opens up his janitor suit.
Ralph, no!
Okay.
Shh, Ralph.
Shh, sweet Ralphie boy.
All
The
right.
android.
I've never done this
Yeah.
before. I was a loser back at Absalom Station, but suddenly I feel empowered. This is my empowerment song.
We'll do it.
The android leans in closer. After you've asked the question, did you plant a bomb in the cake? She leans in and she says, "Not yet.
Mm.
But
Oh,
I see.
I have been able to smuggle a bomb onto the ship.
oh.
And if we plant it in the cake, I do believe that we can achieve our goal. I'm sorry, I should have clarified. You are here because you want to
Yes.
get
Big bear
Correct.
nod.
Is it?
You know, I'm fine with it.
Is it a nuclear? Is it a nuclear bomb?
Jeez. I mean,
Okay.
asking the important
no.
questions.
Just wondering the collateral damage, so to speak.
It isn't. Do you have a nuclear bomb?
No, I was capped at 385 credits. Which
And
felt
that has
like-
been our stream, everyone. Everyone, thank you for joining us for tonight's game. There's no point in continuing.
If I had a nuclear warhead,
Mm.
I might have just launched that at the entire ship.
That's
That would
Fair.
make sense, yes.
Good point.
Right.
Next time,
That is how science works.
next time, that's what I'll do.
Wait,
Well, let's hope you don't need to have it next time and that we are in fact successful at our mission.
you're not
this first time.
you're not expecting to not succeed, are you?
I will do whatever it takes to make sure that my mission and our mission is a success.
So one time is all we need then.
Yes. First time's the charm.
What-
That's the expression, right?
What?
Yes.
Sorry, I missed before. How? Why do you want the revenge? Uh-oh. Did he sleep with your wife too?
Well,
Oh
If you must know.
no.
I have a tragic meeting that I had with Gruzak. I used to work with him.
Mm-hmm, me too.
And we were both up for the same promotion on our pirate crew. And Gruzak knew that I wanted it. And I told him of my plan to cause a mutiny and to rise up against the current captain.
Right.
And Gruzak stole that idea, and then he became the captain of that ship.
I mean, the problem is there really can only be one first mate in a promotion. It's either your first mate or your captain.
So
It's not,
sad.
and then there's everybody else. There's no second and third mate.
That wasn't even the worst of it.
Oh no.
Well,
His first order as captain of that crew, and you can see like little like thin oily tears start to
Yeah.
to come out of her eyes, was to destroy every Ben and Jerry's in the galaxy.
No. Sacre bleu.
no.
Because he knew how much I loved it.
First, they came for the candy, and I said nothing. Then,
They came to the wives, and I said nothing. But
Yes.
half baked.
last, they came for the ice cream, and there was no one else left to eat it.
He's a
I
bigger
think that might have
than
gotten
we
away from
thought.
I still think that's okay. Well, if you
I mean, ice cream is. Sorry, go ahead, Ralph. I didn't mean to.
no, he
interrupt
stole
you.
your job and he stole my wife, and now he's stealing everyone's fun.
Mm-hmm. That's unforgivable. When is the cake coming out? Somehow Electra's started eating French fries that are on the table somehow.
Somebody else's.
French fries
Oh.
are good. The cake will be served once the entertainment has fulfilled its purpose. Once one of these imbeciles have gotten Gruzak to laugh, only then will the cake be served. And before that happens, we need to plant this bomb inside of the cake in the kitchen. I can't do it. I'm afraid that I might be recognized by someone here in the crowd. I've only barely been able to hide myself here at the bar.
So we need to infiltrate the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And while we cause a great distraction with a perfect stand-up comedy routine.
I got it. I mean, I don't know.
Ralph?
No, I think you're perfect for it, Ralph, because if anything happens and it fails, you can just start distracting people with bombs. They're very distracting.
She's right. The
Loud.
doctor is right.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yes, I wish I had something planned, but yeah, we could potentially do that. Oh god. I'm gonna look up some space puns.
Yes.
Spuns, if you will.
Oh.
As you start talking about this plan, there is another comedian at the mic, and you hear them say, "What's the deal with Gruzark's name anyway? He's not a Gru. He's not a Zark. Why is he called Gruzark?"
Ralph thinks that's hilarious.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. We're all screwed.
And you hear a click. The trapdoor opens. There's a terrifying sounds, liquid plasma, all that. Trapdoor closes.
Who's next?
Ralph will raise his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plan is for you to go into the kitchen.
Yeah. Be undeniably funny.
Okay.
On cue. That's your whole job. And I don't think we're asking too much.
Yeah, and so I think Grisark might not recognize me because I'm wearing a janitor suit. That's like my outfit. Well,
I'll prestidigitate it like to be sparkly, so it looks like a choice.
all right. Ralph gets on the stage.
You do have a plus D10, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
Just like in case.
Just in case.
No reason.
Oh no, I don't need it. I'm gonna give it to the others. I won't need it.
So as this happens, Priya sort of looks at the others and she says, I'm going to watch this, and a well-placed life bubble if anything goes south. Cake time, perhaps, for some of you.
Sounds
Big
good.
time.
All right.
And then Rolex. Sorry.
It's a cake out.
Cake. I will ask the android, where is the bomb you plan on planting?
Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you where the bomb is.
Thank God you asked.
Thank God you asked.
Well, that's what the text that told me to ask.
She looks at you and she says, You get service in here?
Well, I'm an android. I can get service anywhere.
She pulls up. I'm not getting anything.
Oh, it's all right. So the bomb.
Yes. The bomb. I've hidden it in one of Gruzok's gifts. It's blue paper with bombs all over it. You can't miss it.
Very
That's-
subtle.
Very sneaky.
Why didn't you just like a question apropos of nothing, why didn't you just set it to go off when he opened it?
We can't be sure that Gruzark himself is going to open all of the gifts, but we know that the highlight of Gruzark's birthday party is cutting the first slice of the cake.
This makes a lot more sense now. I'm with you. It's a very smart plan. Thank God you had it, so we didn't have to.
So one of us needs to go get a present. Bring the present into the kitchen while the comedy happens.
Yep.
How is the bomb supposed to go off? Is it when they cut, or do you have a switch,
Remote detonator?
a remote?
The instructions are in the box with the bomb, but essentially, once you set it up, it's just 1, 2, 3. Very easy instructions.
I didn't read them. Who reads instruction manuals? I left that for you to do when you get the Amazon package.
Whenever I get my bombs, all the instructions are in Swedish. I don't.
You have to assemble them yourself, too.
I speak Swedish in case you need help.
Oh, excellent.
I mean,
Ralph, coming in clutch.
given what's in your jacket, I'm not surprised. Somehow, by that correlation.
Rolex says, well, luckily, the instructions also have pictures. It's like a Lego book. When you open a booklet for Legos. Anyway.
Oh.
What is a Lego? Thanks, Electra. She says nothing, though.
I heard that, Electra.
Is this thing on? You hear?
Anyway.
Just nod.
Once you have the bomb inserted into the cake, all it will take is one cut of a knife into the cake surface and the bomb will go off. And we know that Gruzok is very particular about him being the first one to cut the cake.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense. I think I've read about these in a science magazine recently. Who makes those? MacGuffin Tech? MacGuffin Tech makes those bombs, I hear.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's
Yes, they are a subsidiary of Plotworks.
Incredible, she says.
Okay, so who is the most chill? Who can walk across a room and not look suspicious? Says the 10-foot tall bear.
Ralph raises his hand, sweating.
Okay, so
So-
no
Damn it.
comedy. No comedy for you. You go
No,
and grab the.
I can do comedy. I can do
Well,
everything.
but you, I can do it all. I'm Ralph.
I'm
You are
Ralph.
so well-rounded, little man.
Who is the most charmant?
I think it's you.
In this
That would
one?
be you, I
Oh.
believe, Priya.
No, that's she like looks nervously at this stage. She says, c'est impossible. I could not tell a joke. I mean, I could do a little bit of a reading from one of my books. I mean, I find them très amusant. But all right, I guess.
I have prepared some. You can take some of my jokes. I had prepared a poem for my wife when I was gonna get her back. Could read some
The
of that.
cruelest joke of all.
That's a good one.
Great. All right. Well, I'll tell the jokes then. You do, you know, what you do so well. The stealth thing.
Me?
Yes.
No, I
I'm-
suck. Sorry, I maybe should have said. I
Okay, so you're not good at stealth.
no, oh God, I was in character. Undernose.
Does Ralph lie about everything? How are we gonna?
No wonder Ralph's wife.
Sorry. No,
My trauma
Accountant.
causes me to lie about.
Ralph does one thing. That's accounting. But he can go up on stage. He can also go into the kitchen and plant a bomb. I'm game, but I probably shouldn't do stealth stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're good at engineering, right?
Yes.
I'm good at computers and I'm okay at engineering. So I could technically plant the bomb. My ability to sneak places, I mean, I stand out. What can I say? But
Engineering is my specialty.
oh, well, I think you should absolutely do it then because, you know, I'm just good at a lot of things, but it's not my specialty, you know.
Excellent. You're going to tell the jokes, and I'll plant a bomb.
Okay. Wait, who's on first? Wait,
I don't know.
so is
Third
I
base.
okay.
I can-
So
I can warm
Go
them
ahead.
up.
yeah, you're at least the warm-up act. If I have to come in, we can do a duo after that.
Yes. We can sing.
I feel like you, my large, imposing, and svelte friend.
Thank you.
She looks up at the. Yes, I could go on, but I won't for time
Fair enough.
reasons. Maybe you want to be on deck just in case all hell breaks loose, because I feel like, you know, from what I know about you, you can handle yourself.
Yes, I could also pose myself as a what do they call them? Space teddy bears. Teddy bear, big teddy bear, like a present.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Negative intelligence on this one.
Teddy Ruxpaw.
Yes.
Oh, you know what we could do? Did he not once capture you?
Yes, that's why I'm worried that he would recognize me.
Are
that
you
way.
the one that? But we could do like a whole. Don't know. I don't know if you've seen the War Star saga, but there is a very important character named Wu Haka, who is often presented as a
Bargaining
by
chip?
his best friend as a bargaining chip, and then, you know, all hell breaks loose. So if you wanted to be the Wu Haka of this situation, we could be like, behold the one who got away.
That works.
Uh,
So, are we trying to make him laugh first? Why are we making him laugh?
We're just we're creating our own quests at this point. We're making our own fun.
As Electra is asking that question, there is another comedian on the stage.
No.
And it is a goblin, and the goblin says, "If you like to pillage space stations and leave them with little to no oxygen, you might have pledged your loyalty to Gruzark." And a couple people are like, yeah. Gruzark is not amused. The goblin, all right. If a typical day for you is turning an entire planet to glass and then immediately eating the last hot pocket in your freezer, you might have pledged your loyalty to Gruzark. And yeah, woo.
Nice. Yeah.
Gruzak not entertained. Click. Trapdoor. Liquid hot plasma. Smoke. Screaming. Bone crunching. Trapdoor closes. Immediately silent.
Okay.
Who's
I
next?
feel like
We're gonna
we're
run out.
running out of people in this room, so we
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
come up with a decision and make big choices
Great.
here. Don't be
Oh,
nervous.
Well, I can be a prisoner if you want.
Okay. Okay. All right. Ralph,
Yes.
jokes.
Okay, jokes.
Me, if the jokes go south, distract. With Wu Haka team.
Yes.
Grr.
And then I'll be the singular doctor who takes you up. It was a Han Solo joke and then it got away from me. Anyways, so and then what will the rest of you do getting into the kitchen? Are you both going to handle that on your own?
we will need to get the gift with the
The gift.
bomba inside of it first, I believe.
We can bring Wu Haka up.
Mm.
I'll sort of distract them with my excessive charm, and then we'll be able to hand off the bomb to you all.
Oh,
Right?
Wuhaka could be like a wall and stand in front of the gifts while
Exactly.
Isekai 01 or myself are grabbing the bomb.
I love that.
And one of us can stand behind and we can just pass it along.
It's perfect.
How much does the bomb weigh?
Good question.
1,000 billion.
Is it a megaton?
How much can you lift? Rolex looked to you and said, "Oh, it's very compact. It's only about 8 pounds."
Okay.
So-
Beautiful wrapping work. I really put my all into it.
Is it does it have a lid to it, or is it all wrapped and sealed? The present.
It's all wrapped up in a blue paper with little bombs all over it. The fuse on the bomb has already been lit. I thought it would be
Jesus
It's
Christ.
already been lit.
Yeah, we should
on
go.
the image.
Oh, on
the image on the paper. The fuse
okay.
has already been lit.
You really need to be more specific, my friend.
I'm
All right.
sorry. I need to
I can
download
program
that
that
software.
in. Free.
I don't have sweat glands, but I'm sweating already.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
hide behind me. I will sidestep towards the presence. Yes?
Yeah. Here, why don't we put these? Does anyone have manacles? I think I might have manacles. I might have bought some. Just because, like, sometimes you need them. You never know.
Nope. I
Oh,
only
oh.
had 385 credits.
I go to
I have a gill sheath. I don't think that's helpful here.
Isekai. I said, Isekai, I brought a very large, bear-sized trench coat. I will climb on your shoulders and put the trench coat on so you're hidden underneath. So then when we're standing behind them, they won't be able to see you messing with the gift.
Like
I'll
that.
just pull out my drone.
Or
No,
you can
that
do
works.
that.
Solid.
By trench coat,
This
I
is
meant
great.
drone.
I like that.
Okay. Well, you guys get us started here. I'll just, clean up any messes that occur along the way.
So Electra kind of starts sidestepping, like, grr, get behind me, please. Thank you. And starts kind of sidestepping, trying to be like as chill as possible. She's really trying to look chill at this party. Trying to step with the beat, stop every once in a while, keep going.
Trying to
Just
move
to-
behind her.
Yeah.
All right, give me a stealth roll. Sneaky.
Got it.
And
Big
can I-
stealthy
can,
bear.
Can Ralph aid by, I don't know, take the stage? Or
I also
something?
have a D10. I could use.
like distract.
I got a
Yeah,
17.
I would say absolutely. Ralph can try to aid by making their way to the stage.
I got a dirty
Uh,
20.
Keep in mind, everyone,
Natty
there
one.
is a D10 to the next person who needs it. Eleanor.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You just saying natty one out of the goodness of your heart, or maybe you rolled it.
Good
But
things
if you
and
didn't
stuff.
want to have that be your life,
I will the D10. So you add a D10 to your
Whichever roll.
whichever roll. Well, I will use depends on how my comedy hour goes.
Technically, you have 2 D10s, so feel free to just use up the entire. Get high on your own supply.
I will.
Jack
I
these
will.
babies.
I will. But I will use it probably for my comedy hour.
It's an
that's
hour
true.
now?
Whew.
Got my
If-
solid
if-
tight
60s.
5, a tight 5, Ralph.
If Ralph plays his cards right, could turn into a whole special.
Yeah.
It's true.
And welcome to the Ralph Snyder Colgate Comedy Hour.
Oh,
Da, da, da. Da, da,
Um,
da, 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 da,
Is
da.
this thing on? Is this thing on?
So should I start talking while they're doing their thing, or
Yeah, let's see how this stealth has worked out. What have you got for us there, Electra?
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big
Your
bear.
side- Big bear. So you're
I had a 16 walking behind her stealthily.
well, everyone in that immediate area rolled a natural 1. They are
Amazing.
completely oblivious to this giant uplifted bear walking past them. A tank could come by right now and they'd be like, this is a great party.
It kind of is. There's a hairy tank.
Big ol' hairy tank.
Yeah, I was gonna say for us, with what we are, yeah, that is our tank.
Yes, I am the tank. Hello.
Yeah.
With no issues whatsoever. You make your way over to the mountain of gifts that have been collected, have been brought here for Captain Gruzark. And you are able to locate a box that weighs about 8 pounds, has blue wrapping paper with little bombs on them that the fuse has already been lit. Not the one in the inside,
Yes,
the one
yes.
on the paper. Yeah.
subtle?
Stop
love it.
saying it like that.
I know.
I just want to clarify that the bomb inside has not been lit, but the bomb's
we
covering
haven't
the
we haven't pulled that little tab. You have to
Yeah.
pull the plastic tab out of the electronics when they get back
Yes, yes.
to start it.
Pull here, try me.
Try me.
Do it. You won't.
Okay.
I bet you won't do it.
The first incarnation said, taste me.
Danger. Danger.
I will have my drone go over and pick up the package and just fly it straight up to the ceiling because nobody ever looks up.
Who looks
Very-
up? Why would they?
Very cool. I mean, no one looks up except for the people currently
Pinata.
shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Uh,
blindfolded, you said.
They are blindfolded.
That's true. That's
But
true.
are the people watching them miss blindfolded
So
too?
I'll kind of to the beat of the music to help with a distraction from the drone, cast some dancing lights to Darude's sandstorm when it comes on. Just to get it popping a little bit and distract from the drone antics.
Got it. Okay. So that, I mean, we use the same stealth rolls from before. That little drone gets in there, flies up, no problems. Now, how high? I mean, it's 40 feet to the top of the roof we said before. How high would you like the drone to go up?
Probably 20-ish feet. That's high enough that nobody's going to be noticing this thing fly over their head.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'll
Go ahead. Sorry.
I apologize. Which side was where the kitchen is at?
So the kitchen, Rolex was able to tell you before, is actually right here behind the stage. So this area right here is where the kitchen would be.
All right, I'm missing a blinker back there. Okay.
And
All
the
right.
gifts, you just picked up the gifts right there.
Okay.
So let's all move our markers to where they need to be, I guess.
All right.
Yes, everyone should have control of their tokens.
So
Here I am.
I will, once I see it going up, I'll start moving. I'm guessing that it's going this way, right where I'm at over here to get to the back.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's absolutely right.
Okay.
And I'll be your fuzzy shield.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
All right, and I would say that I did say that everyone in that immediate area, they rolled a natural 1, so you guys are walking down Easy Street right now, a dirty 20, and I believe it was a 16, right? So you make your way to the kitchen, no problem.
Great.
Right.
Just like, hi there, no, just a bomb. That's all it is. That's how
it is. Yeah.
That's how it is.
This is how we get confetti cake.
Blow everything to shreds in the
Blow
name of a
everything.
birth.
Sky high. Happy birthday to the ground.
The ground.
I love that my token of Ralph is super attractive. Anyway, doesn't matter.
That's how we see Ralph.
Yeah.
I searched really quick. I'm like, sci-fi mechanic, person, very quickly, last minute, here you go.
Oh god.
We
All
can't
right, so-
believe that that's a mechanic. There's no grease on them.
Yeah.
It's because I cast prestidigitation on him.
Because he's so clean, so fresh, so clean.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
know.
a big day.
I don't know why that one got me, but it did.
I love the fresh scent of Brillo.
As Iggy, Electra, and Isekai enter the kitchen, as the door starts to swing back to close, you start to hear the first words of Ralph's set.
Oh no.
So Ralph, what's the first joke that the crowd hears?
Okay, so I initially wrote this for Sharon, my wife. Sharon, come back to me. Anyway. So hey Sharon, you must be the sun because you are hot.
One person in the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, my second one is, why do we have to clean up Absalom Station? Because it's not Uranus.
Genuine laughter. Like a snort.
Genuine laughter from a lot of people in the crowd. They're loving this.
Do you want
More.
more?
She says.
Go ahead.
All right. Look, he's shuffling through his dumb papers. Not that one. That's dumb.
Do it.
You must be like a sun because you're the center of my universe, Sharon. Sharon, are you here?
You can see you can see that Gruzark is a little he's interested in hearing more.
Familiar.
You got a familiar cut to your jib there. Give me a diplomacy roll, Ralph.
I have a +0 to that.
Can
works.
I aid?
But
your
I have
diplomacy?
a.
You can use your D10.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Oh, natty 19.
Nice.
And then, do I need more, or did I nail it?
With a 19, you can see the slightest smirk start to appear at the edge of Gruzark's mouth. And remember, the stipulation was that he needed to laugh before before the cake will be served. So you're off to a great start. In the kitchen, Electra, Iggy, Isekai.
Grr.
Grr. You see that there are people busy at work preparing appetizers that are then going to be taken out to be served. A waiter comes in, grabs one of the platters of apps and just carries it right back out the door. And you can see in the back of the kitchen, right back here, is where the cake is. And you've already, you tell me, have you already opened the package?
Yeah. Well, Isekai, where do you have your drone with the package at?
It would have, as we got out of sight, it would have come down closer to reach.
Okay, so you have the package then?
Well, it would have been by us all, but yeah, I
Okay,
could grab it.
Oh, that's a big cake. It just grew.
That's a beautiful cake.
It's like someone threw water on it. It's kind of.
It's kind of small, says the 10-foot bear. Sorry. I'm
Oh,
very
by the
excited.
way, is that
Oh yeah,
right?
technically I have to take up
Hey.
more space. It's fine.
That's
I'm
true.
Lord.
very large. I should not be the one to open that. You
Okay.
2, 3.
I'll grab it.
Good.
Okay. I'll go inside. Grab the bomb.
Okay, you open
Okay.
the package very gingerly. Give me an engineering check to understand the workings of this bomb and how you might be able to implant it inside of this delicious looking birthday cake.
24.
You know, I think a 24 might do it.
Oh God, I was so
20
scared.
A 24 is going to do it. You open it up and you look at these instructions, and this is child's play for you. Like Rolex said, there were written instructions, there were pictures, but you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I've used it. Easy. Toss it aside, and you start to work your way into putting it inside of the cake. Describe to me how you hide this bomb inside of this birthday cake.
Okay, well,
The nuke.
I have the nuke right next to me, and then I'm gonna go and I'll take a knife and I'm gonna go and cut a hole, nice and smooth, all around in the bottom base of the cake. And then I'm just gonna kind of reach in there and just dig out, and I kind of lean back and I hold the cake up that's in my hand towards Electra for her to eat it.
This
And I
very
dig.
she puts her mouth on it. I hope that's okay. Just
Yeah.
Oh,
And I just kind of dig in there until I get enough, about 6 feet inside, and I'm like all inside, like I'm, a vet at a horse race. And
oh no, was there dairy in this? Because I did say that she is lactose intolerant. Oh no. It's okay.
it's not going to kick in right away, is it,
Do
Alexa?
I need to roll con? Like, what do I do?
Oh no.
Much like Kevin Hart in the first Jumanji movie.
You start
Electra's all of a
farting.
sudden like, whoa. And then she explodes. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Yeah, give me a constitution
Just
save
to
there,
see.
Electra.
oh no. Okay, I'm gonna use my D10 on this. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay, that's still really bad. That is a 9.
I hear the sound of an engine rumbling somewhere. Like a jet engine?
That is exactly what you hear. As Electra is just like got her fistful of her second helping of cake in her mouth.
She couldn't help herself.
Couldn't help herself. You do hear something that sounds like an engine starting up. Electra, you really,
That's it.
Do I see a first aid kit or anything around?
in the kitchen, yes, there is a first aid
I
kit.
don't know if you can posthumously.
Well, no, I'll go and open it and look to see if there's, because kitchens often do keep like that sort of thing in their first aid kits, because you
Right.
don't want your people being sick in the kitchen.
True.
Right. Let's see how lucky you are today that they've remembered to stock their first aid kit. Give me a flat roll 20, a flat D20 roll, and if it's
Sponsed.
1 to 10, there's nothing.
It's
if it's
10.
11 to 20, it's 10. Okay, they did not restock this this first aid kit, so unfortunately, Electra, you're gonna have to visit the restroom,
Oh, dang.
and it's an emergency.
Where's the
Electra's
restroom?
There are 2 restrooms right over here.
Why did I decide this for my character? I
'Cause it's
decided
fun.
it on the spot. Wait, where is it? Can you click the thingy one more
Right
time?
over here.
Oh, I see. Great. So you're going to hear in your heads, my friends, I must visit the porcelain pony.
Porcelain pony.
I will be back stealthily, quickly, and quietly. I trust you, even though I met you a couple of days ago.
Nice callback to the horse pinata.
You hear back.
Yes.
You hear back. Plop, plop, fuzz, fuzz. Oh, what a relief it was.
You get a slight whack on your back. Nothing too hard. She likes you.
I feel like you're the inspiration for the Charmin brand.
I am the Charmin bear. That's actually part of my dark backstory.
Electra. You're Charmin Electra.
Oh my god!
Thank you for coming tonight, everybody. Thank you. Good night.
Oh,
That's it. That's the stream, everyone.
we're
been
going straight to
great.
hell. We're
Yeah,
going straight to
wonderful.
hell.
Straight to hell.
Oh,
Oh man, somebody clipped
Getting
that. I
warm.
just went on a journey in my mind. I'm sorry. Shut up now.
Great. So at some point, I will make moves towards the loo.
Got it. And just as a side note, when you get there, the toilets are shaped like ponies.
oh, you can run.
But I would know this, right? Because I was on board one of his ships at one point before he kicked me off.
You
that
grab
is
the tail to
standard.
flush.
Standard.
You grab the tail. That is standard policy across all of Gruzark's ships. You must
So
have.
weird.
Yeah. It's crazy for horses.
It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Iggy, you have this bomb inside of the cake. You gotta seal the bottom. How are you gonna seal the bottom of that cake
Well,
after cutting the hole?
The portion of the icing that was on the outside, I did it nice and neat, and I used like nice tongs to pull them out. So I'm just gonna slide that back inside there, nice and neat, and kind of like lick a little bit and kind of smooth it out. You know, use a sponge to blend it.
Blend.
Blend, yes, the cut area, so it's like all nice and smooth.
Right. Very good. And with your engineering check before, we'll also use that as a performance check, as it were. And
Right.
yes, you have positioned the bomb inside of the cake in such a way that you know that the first person to cut into this cake is gonna get a Toledo surprise.
That was the second bomb I planted in 2 minutes.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
I hate this game.
You're
only
welcome.
because I'm having so much fun.
You're welcome.
It just shouldn't be allowed.
Well, I'm just curious, like, in how many other of the Jasper's Game Week games this weekend has anyone had to go to the restroom?
Yeah.
You know, I think about this in general with TTRPGs all the time. It's like, what do we not take the time to explore?
Bathrooms, yeah.
Bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
I could not have known that it was going to come up, but I did know exactly where the bathrooms were because I
see
was
what
like,
you did
wow,
Because you're
Like-
smart.
the map maker
You
like
know.
put bathrooms in
You
here.
might not have known it was going to come up, but you knew where it would have to come out. Damn it, I ruined my own.
It's still really funny, Anne. It was
Thank
still
you, good
really
night.
good.
It's okay, we
Mm.
forgive you.
Thanks.
All right, the bomb has been planted. We cut away to Ralph and Dr. Priya out on the stage floor again. There's a smirk at the edge of Gruzark's mouth. You've got his interest, Ralph.
Take it home, Ralph.
You just got to take it home.
Wreck it, Ralph.
Oh no. All right.
We're getting sued.
Yesterday, I was charged 10,000 credits for sending my cat into space. It was a cat astro fee. You see, because it died.
You hear in your mind via telepathic message, don't explain it.
Oh, right.
Don't explain the joke.
And Ralph is like, right. Happy birthday to you.
You look at Gruzark, and everyone in the room, there's a hush, just as there has been when any of the comedians have finished their sets. There's a hush over the room, and everyone looks at Gruzark, and he's looking right at you, Ralph. He raises his hand with one finger. He brings his hand down, slaps his knee, and he guffaws. Cat Astro fee.
Yes, right. It died. That's why.
And now everyone's laughing in the room. And someone in the background shouts, "Comedy is truth and pain."
I start a round of applause by slapping my psychokinetic hand against my thigh armor while also clapping, so it sounds like multiple people are beginning a cadence of applause.
And the applause is picked up by everyone else in the nightclub on the Bleak horizon, and everyone is now giving a large round of applause to Ralph. And Ralph, you look to your right, and you see that this line of performers over here is just like, "Ooh, oh, geez.
Oh, no,
okay.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Great job.
Tough act to follow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
Ralph
think
feels great.
they're relieved that they don't have to go now.
Yeah. Ralph feels great.
So does
but
Electra.
he walks over to Priya.
Priya, did you see me up there?
I did. I heard every moment. I mean, honestly, you should be really proud of yourself. I thought that was solid work. It was slice of life. There's a lot of truth in comedy, I hear.
Yes. No, every word was true.
Lots of recognition.
Yeah, it's a little sad how everyone left because I was speaking from my heart.
Yeah, it's a little weird that you mentioned, your wife, which is kind of a clear tell of who you are and why you're here. But you know what?
Right.
I'm gonna let this day be about you.
That's fair. Maybe he recognizes me.
And
if he does, you just be confident. Puff out your chest. Look him in the eye and say, "That's my wife, damn it."
Oh, right. And I should show him my... And then he opens up the janitor's...
No. This is about that guy.
Ga.
I wonder if they were successful, but we should try to get him to eat the cake, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have his cake. He's gonna eat it too, and then he'll be black and blue, eh? She self high fives her psychokinetic hand.
And I will finally get my wife back because he'll be dead.
I thought you were gonna say get your wife back by double revenge, but no, you still want her after all this.
She's the love of my life.
Oh, you're singing now?
Somehow magically the song that was playing changes to this tune.
Morphs.
Yeah, you look into Ralph's eyes for a second and it's just like, Sharon, come back.
All right, dance with me, Ralph. She kind of slow dances with Ralph to comfort him.
Ralph puts his head on your shoulder and is just
I
sobbing.
do the traditionally male position, and I let you take the female position of the dance.
Sharon.
All right, easy. It's all right. I
So
pat you on the shoulder with my psychokinetic hand to stroke your head.
So it's this amazing stand-up comedian who then now can be seen slow dancing on the dance floor, sobbing. Oh well.
Stiff upper lip, Ralph.
You remind me of all the great comedians.
Yep.
Rolled into one.
Everyone
Just
always
then.
saw me as a clown. Sorry.
Oh, just then. No, far be it from
Go
me
ahead.
to advance the plot.
Oh wait, we got a plot to.
What is that you took? Wait. Just then, in the kitchen, Iggy, Isekai, you see someone burst through the doors, and they say, "Come on, he left. Let's go. They're ready for the cake. Let's go. Bring it out. You two, grab the cake. Bring it out."
Okay, I will grab a cake. Come on, Isekai, let's grab the cake.
I will grab my end of it, and I will have my drone stabilize the top.
Very cool.
Nice.
All right, and the same person that came through the door is like, "Hey, grab it!" They lead you through the crowd. They're like, "Right over here," and you are instructed to bring the cake right here, and you're both on either side of it. And Gruzark, has just finished laughing. Ah, oh, and he looks down at the cake. He stands up and he draws a scimitar from his side. And he says,
Ah, yes.
I step back very far over to here.
it's just like, here you go.
Ta-da!
Here it is. Enjoy.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll take a step to the side, looking at the blade.
Okay. Gruzark takes a couple of steps forward. And with scimitar in hand, he motions to everyone, all the crew, and he says, I want to thank everyone for another fantastic year of pirating. The looting. That's right.
It was a blast.
The looting was up 35%. We got more cries than any other pirate crew in the Pact Worlds. And we made it to number 3 on the most wanted list. And everybody's like, yeah, number 3. Woo! And next year, we're going to get number 1. But now, it's time for me to cut this delicious cake. Thank you to all for pledging your loyalty to me. And thank you for such a wonderful year. Here's to many more. And honestly, and I mean this, I couldn't do any of it without all of you.
Do it.
Gruzark, Gruzark, Gruzark,
He
Gruzark.
raises the scimitar and he gently brings it down to where it's almost going to slice into the cake. Takes his left hand, puts it on the back of the blade, gets ready to slice into the cake, and then all of a sudden he says, wait a minute. I've got an idea.
No.
It's my
That's rough.
40th birthday. I want to do something special. That comedian that made me laugh so good. I want you to have the honor of cutting the cake. And he holds out his scimitar towards Ralph. Is waiting for Ralph to come over.
Ralph starts sweating.
Ralph, wait, okay, let me read something really quick about Life Bubble. Protects the shell protects targets and their equipment from extreme temperatures without having to attack fortitude saves. It doesn't provide protection from energy. You know what? You're gonna have to figure this one out yourself, Ralph. I slap him on the back.
All right. Ralph walks over to Grace Dark. Hi. My palms are sweaty. My arms spaghetti. My mom's spaghetti. Okay, are you sure? But I think it should be an honor of. I mean, you're 40 years old, right?
Yes, usually tradition I would do it, but that was some great comedy, and I've always felt this way, and everybody here can attest to this. I've always said that great comedy should be rewarded.
All right, let's do it together then.
All
my
right.
God.
Yeah, I like that idea. Here you go. And he lets you. He gives you some space to put your hand on the hilt and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to count down or should I?
Okay, I can count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Oh my God.
5,
I magic missile.
Wait.
4, 3.
Here we
This
go.
is for
Hold on.
you,
There's
Sharon.
a magic missile has flown through
Yeah.
the air and struck Gruzark for how much damage?
You know what? Let's find out because I didn't look it up. I was scared. I didn't want Ralph to die. Ralph, no.
Right before missiles come in, he shouts out, "For Sharon!" And then
Look, Sharon.
And then I would like to combat maneuver, hug him, and like all my bombs. Can I set them all on fire at once?
Whoa.
And
I'm
then
gonna
jump
say-
into the...
All right, I'm gonna do this as a full action.
I'm gonna
so
say
I'll fire
yes.
3 1d4 plus 1 missiles. All right. 3, 4. That's 7. 7 plus 5 is 12.
True.
Yep, that's 12. Damn.
Okay.
To the cake. No, I'm kidding.
Kill the cake.
To the cake. Kill the cake.
Listen,
All right,
it
so-
That's what
hurt
it was all
me.
about.
If I can't cut you, no one will.
These magic missiles fly through the air. They strike Gruzark. And then
Yeah.
Ralph has lit all of these explosives. Go ahead and roll for that combat maneuver to grapple with Gruzark. Ralph.
Oh no, grapple. Crap.
Oh, crapple.
Oh, crapple the grapple.
Ooh, another natty 19, but I still think it's your CAC again, +2, right?
That is correct.
Sorry, CAC
We've
plus
had
8.
characters die in this game before. We can kill you.
I got resurrection in my back pocket. Come on.
Yeah, we're what, level 3? It's fucking-
Well,
Uh,
21, is that gonna be enough to grapple you?
21. You grab him around the waist, and there's nothing he can do about it.
All right, so that's gonna be 11 d6s.
11 d6s.
All right, let
Of
me.
your- Of your grenades?
I fight all of them. I bought.
Jesus
I
Christ.
spent
So,
all the money on grenades.
You did have a plan for the rest of the time, right?
I'm thinking you guys can help me, right? I figured you guys
Yeah.
can help me.
Yeah. I'll collect your finger
Sure.
and we'll
I'll help you.
we'll save it for 12 levels later and we'll bring you back. Easy peasy
Sure.
lemon squeezy.
like looking through my notes, like, what can I help you?
You made some choices.
It's 11d6. Ralph, what's the damage? Roll those d6s.
All right.
11d6, so
short
that's
game
116, right?
11d6, yeah.
11d6.
11d.
Oh, great. 2 5s, 2 6, 1 4, and 1 2 on the first 6. So that's a 10 plus 22 plus 26 plus 28 points of damage, and then, oh no, plus 8. Okay, how's your math, guys? 28
I
plus
went to
8
art school.
28 plus what?
plus 28 plus 18 plus
30,
46.
46,
9 plus 9.
55.
Yep. Okay, I'm permadead.
Solid plan.
How much?
What's the range on these grenades?
Yeah.
Question.
Bye, Isekai.
20,
Hi, everyone.
20 feet.
Because I'm
feet.
sort of.
Okay.
It's a one shot.
Yes,
Yeah,
that did
so-
take us out in one shot.
Oh, I'm
20
just
feet.
I'm just outside.
Great.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Who's this though next to you here?
It's Isekai.
That's Isekai.
Oh, yeah.
Isekai,
Yeah, that's.
I was hoping it was an NPC, but now I realize, seeing Helena's art, that it's one of our own.
Yeah, this is going smoothly.
What are we gonna do for the last?
All right,
Everyone,
so-
everyone dies. There's a
New
toilet
quest
flush, and
to,
Electro leaves.
That was a
So
great
there's-
game, guys. Thanks.
The
question.
all of the action on screen pauses, and the title card comes up, "Party," on the Bleak horizon, and you see that 2 words are added to the title, and the 2 words are "total" and "kill," and the title card now reads "Total Party Kill" on the Bleak horizon.
Total party kill.
Unfortunately, instigated by another PC.
Well, I just
fine.
have a small question. Then
Classic Ellie.
nuke cake that apparently has a trigger so gentle that a sword can set it off right next to the
Oh,
11
no.
grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a lot.
I'm so happy that there are so many bombs involved in this. Oh,
And let's not forget,
I'm
there's
really glad
also
about how far away I am.
I didn't know this cake had a chewy nuke at center.
and let's not forget, there are also bombs going off in the bathroom. All
There
right.
are. And
It's everywhere.
I hope I don't get killed by the cake. In
Yeah.
another way.
I mean, you're behind. The lucky thing is that if you've closed the door, you have total cover.
I do have total cover.
So-
I'm
Oh,
fine.
that
I'm
kid's gonna-
safe.
Come out and just
You have
look at this
concealment.
total carnage.
Death.
well, we
All
did
right.
it, guys. Successful mission. We killed him. I
I
mean, is he?
technically got revenge.
Okay, wait.
I was wondering
Justin,
though,
with help.
does Electra need to make an acrobatics check to actually stay on the potty?
No.
All right, this is getting.
She's fine. She's fine. All right.
It's-
So
I
here we
feel
go. The title card fades away, and that we are back in the action of this this Disney Plus show that everyone's watching. Because this would be on Disney Plus. Ralph, remind me, what was the total damage from the grenades?
55.
55, yeah.
5. Excellent. I love this. This is great. Okay.
This is fine.
Everything here is fine. The grenade, Ralph bear hugs Gruzark. And Gruzark looks at Ralph like, oh, it's okay. I said comedy should be real. And everything slows down. And Ave Maria starts to play as we see each of the grenades start to explode in slow motion. And a giant blast erupts. It envelops Gruzark and Ralph, Isekai, and Iggy. Or Iggy is not in the blast. The blast goes out, does 55 damage. I believe, Isekai, you can give me a reflex save to try to half that damage. And
Okay.
to guess half would be
It's scary that I remember all the German in this.
Well, I got a 25, so
that is enough.
Yes. Oh, thank God.
Half that.
Okay. So now you will take 28 points of what I assume is fire damage from these
What I
grenades.
can only assume is a lot of fire.
I
Fire.
22 hit
It's actually
points.
piercing damage, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, got it. Piercing damage. All right, you have 22 hit points. What's your stamina look like?
18.
Okay, so that's going to take away from your stamina first. So 18 is deducted from your stamina, and then 4 points, or sorry, and then the remaining 10 will come out of your HP. 10, 14.
Sorry.
Justin's laughing because Justin's like, I came here for charity. I not come here to destroy hearts and minds.
I'm
but
so
here we
sorry.
are.
So sorry. I mean, I couldn't stop myself.
No, you couldn't. And that's
It's a
what
really
makes you
tragic
you.
story.
Uh,
It's beautiful.
Are we just waiting for Sharon at the last second to swoop in here and grab Ralph away, or?
Ralph has been enveloped in flames and shrapnel. And now icing, as this has caused a chain reaction, and now the bomb inside of the birthday cake is gone off as well, dealing 22 additional points to
Okay.
everyone in the radius. So this person
Okay,
is
I'm
obliterated.
definitely permitted. Fuck.
Do I need to?
You never liked to hear that.
Gruzark,
Obliterated.
Gruzark is also obliterated.
We killed the
Many
boss.
games earlier today were like, you know, in my games, I let people decide if their actions are gonna make lethal or non-lethal damage. And Justin's like, everyone in the
No.
room obliterated.
Done.
Everyone
Obliterated.
dies.
You gotta.
These are your choices. Deal with them.
Am I in the range of the cake, or?
You are Isekai is in the range of the cake. Iggy is not. So that is 22
You laughed
points.
when I stepped back.
Do I get another save, or
You can keep the same save from before. You only take 11 points of
Woo,
fire
one
damage
health.
from the bomb. Hey!
Now we want to know whether you bought yourself a healing serum with your 385 credits.
Oh,
Well,
there's
before we
healing
do
serum?
that, before we do that, we got to roll initiative.
Oh God.
Oh, son of a... Why?
okay, just so you know, there is a med kit on my corpse when you find it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is it
We'll
still
definitely
intact?
loot your corpse.
I promise you, I'll remember you as you were.
All the labels
leave
are
yours.
burned off, so we don't know what's what.
Ellie.
I mean, I didn't realize Isekai would be dead too because you did successfully save, right? So I think you're only permanent if you take your full
Yeah.
damage while you're down, right?
Well, right now, Isekai is almost dead.
The save
Yeah.
saved me. I'll just say
Almost
that.
dead
Yes.
is somewhat alive.
He's only
So-
mostly
You-
dead.
yeah. Most
So you
know
can
what?
spend a resolve. You can spend a resolve point stabilizing. You're fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Do you know how many health points it takes to take part in combat?
Just
One. You only
Perfect.
need one.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
It's. I've been known to say that it's impossible to die in Starfinder, but now I know how.
Now you know how to make it happen.
That's right.
You did,
What?
Eleanor. Congratulations.
77
I'm so happy for
damage
you.
in one round. That's enough to kill,
That's-
apparently.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, it also exacted our revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
yeah.
Who are we even fighting at this point? Who wanted this guy in charge?
The wizards.
also, who's
Gandalf.
fighting us after we just walked up with a cake and just took out their captain?
That's a problem for future us to diplomatize.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, give me these rolls. Who's got rolls?
I rolled an 18.
18 for
I got
Priya.
18 too.
Do you want to go first? You're more than welcome to.
You may go before me. I believe your
Okay.
dexterity is probably going to be higher than I am.
Okay, I have a +1.
Me
Okay.
too.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, I'll go first. It's fine. Not a big deal.
So
I
that
have
is
an 11.
an 11. So that is
It's like one digit off from your hit points.
Yes.
Iggy with an 18. Is that right?
Yes, 18. Correct. Iggy.
Iggy with an 18. Isekai with an 11. What about Electra?
4. Justin? 4. I got 4.
Was that
Oh, Charmin Electra, no.
that
You're
was 4? You said?
I got 4, Justin.
Okay.
Star-Lord.
I didn't
Okay,
realize
thank
you were that bad
Thank you.
with the...
I am in the
Also-
restroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, she hears this large, just boom, boom from the toilet while she's in the toilet. So she's sort of like,
Stop.
should
in
I?
Stall
in
next...
my mind, and you can throw this back across the table if you don't like it, Helena, but I do imagine that there's a slow motion act of you thinking that it's you causing the explosion and then realizing that it's not. But you know what? That's just in my mind. That's my canon.
No,
It doesn't matter.
I will take your cannon and enjoy it.
And blast it off.
Yeah.
All right, with one. No, that is not correct. All right, Iggy, you're up first.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I look horrified in the corner. By
You
the
see
door.
that the
Going. Ouch!
the two security guards have gone to alert. Their weapons have been activated. You see that this wizard is not looking too good over here, but they have also now taken an offensive stance. I'm gonna put Ralph over here. And you see people are starting to run because they do get the message that if someone was able to blow up their captain, that this is not somewhere that they want to be. So these no faces, they start to scatter.
which I'm obsessed with as a concept.
I love
by the
that
way.
you have used no face in such a punny way.
Oh, yes.
Well, I will go and eject the semi-auto pistol from inside my leg as I'm running over to Isekai, and I will take a shot at this mage over here.
Okay.
And that is a natural 11. So I got a 15 to hit.
A 15 to hit. A 15 will hit. Roll me some damage.
Woot woot. That is 3 points.
3 points of damage. As you are running over to Isekai, you look and you see that this wizard is very startled, still trying to recover from the blast, the massive 2 chain reaction blast that just happened, trying to also, understand that their captain Grusark is slain. And you land 3 points of damage on that wizard. Okay, excellent. And they already look pretty worse for wear already. Let's get rid of that. Okay.
Right.
And would you like to do anything else?
I'm going to try to grab Isekai and start pulling them back towards the bar area.
Okay. And Isekai, if you are not going to resist that just happens.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Okay, so I guess 30 feet. I don't know. I might be able to make 5 feet with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
5
Thank
feet
you.
sounds reasonable to me. You are absolutely welcome. And Dr. Priya, you are up after Iggy.
Dr. Priya Byron, technomancer extraordinaire. Her runes upon her technomantic tattoo light up. Her hands glow like Scarlet Witch, but less scarlet and more blue. And she holds out her hands and shoots out of both hands in a full action magic missiles at this mage who is within her range in the background. This one here.
Okay.
Trying to give these guys cover as they make their escape. All right, so we're gonna do 3. Okay, and I get to add. I forgot this last time, but that's on me. I get to add half my level. So is that 1 at level 3,
Okay.
or is it 2? Okay.
1.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was agreeing with you. Yes, it's 1.
Yeah.
Round down.
So 3 plus 5 is. Somebody else do the math. 3 plus 5.
8.
8.
Thank you. Plus 4.
12.
Plus 1. 13. So
15.
Wait, it's 13. Why are you like this? Okay, yeah, so 13 points, and I have used my spell cache ability, so once per day without expending a spell slot. I have gugagoosh. The gugagoosh has happened. That's what I call it.
Very cool. Very cool. So what is that to hit?
It doesn't have. It's to this one.
Oh, okay.
It's
Excellent.
magic missile, so it hits.
Oh, so it just hits. Great. What's the damage
and
on
you
that?
can't do nothing about it. 13.
13. Okay. All right. This wizard, those magic missiles go right through its body, and it just slumps down on the floor, dead.
Justin, I apologize
Yes.
really quick. I forgot that we got weapon specialization at 3rd level, so add 2 more points of damage to whatever's. Never mind. I just noticed. I'm paying attention. Sorry.
It's okay. All right. So the magic missile is able to take out that wizard. Dr. Priya, would you like to do anything else?
I think I did that as a full action, so I cannot move. So I'm stuck here, and I'm just kind of looking. I'll look at the no faces and be like, I am the captain now.
I am Spartacus.
After Dr. Priya, it is the enemy's turn. The security guards have their guns ready to go. They see that Isekai and Iggy were the ones to bring out the cake. So this security guard right here is going to take a shot at Iggy. And
I disbelieve.
Let me get us some poppin' music here. I'm sorry. It's like
get the
lo-fi.
poppin' music going.
All right, let's get some epic music.
All right, that is a 19 to hit you, Iggy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that one more time? An 19?
It's
18?
a 19 to hit you, Iggy.
Well, yes, it does.
All right, and that is going to be 7 points of damage, fire damage to be precise. And let's see where we've got more security guards. So many security guards. This security guard sees that Dr. Priya just killed his wizard friend. He's going to take a shot at Dr. Priya. And that is a nat 20, ladies.
No! You
and
don't love that.
everyone. That's not what you want. That is the opposite.
Can I use my D10 to impose a negative D10 to your roll?
Ooh, I like that. Let's do that.
Okay, cool. Oh, God. Sometimes you just got to negotiate.
It's true. Communication, my dude.
Gotta shoot your shots, you know?
Yeah. So use a roll. Should I roll the D10 and then subtract?
You should roll the D10, and then we will subtract it from the natural 20.
That is a 3, so a 17.
A 17.
You know what? It's fine. It's I'll take it.
Okay, so that is going to be a 20 to hit, all said and done.
Yeah. Is that KAC or
That's going to be
BAC?
EAC for their laser rifle.
Yeah, I mean, I got a 12, so I think you're solid. It's a solid hit.
All right, and that is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, and this security guard is going to start to move into the fray, and that will be all of their actions. This security guard also going to move this way, over here. Okay, and then the only other person left on the board for their side, you see at the bar, Rolex, the android,
Oh, thank God.
turns around, throws her cloak to the side, and draws her pistol, and she says, "Finally, the bleak horizon will be mine again." She reaches her
right,
hand.
I'm not the captain now.
She reaches her hand up towards the roof, and you see this magic come out of her hand, and it shoots up towards the horse pinata that's been hanging from the roof the entire time. The horse pinata starts to animate and move, and it grows larger. The string that's holding it snaps under the weight of this newly enlarged pinata. It falls to the ground. It starts to mutate, and the paper mache like stretches, and it slowly transforms into a large pinata dragon before your eyes.
Viva Pinata!
Oh my god.
Oh
There
no.
we go. And now, wait, hold on. I can do this. Hold on. It's gonna be cool. I promise.
Just stick with it. Stick with it. Oh my
Stick with
God.
it. And there it is. And the pinata roars. And as it does, the some Tootsie Rolls like come out of its mouth,
Let me
Aw.
see your Tootsie Roll.
land on the ground.
C'est magnifique.
And that is the bad guy's turn. After the bad guys, Isekai, it is your turn.
Well, since the one guy shot in my general direction, I'm going to pull out my pulsecaster pistol, say, "Oh, this was for the captain. Surprise!" and fire.
Nice.
Nice. Give me an attack roll.
20.
I think that's gonna do it. What's the damage?
And for 5 non-lethal electric.
Okay, all right. That security
And-
guard is going to take 5 non-lethal electric.
It's
And
electric. Do, 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 do.
I believe my drone can move. or-
Absolutely. Yeah, drone it up.
Well, then Chun Chun Murlu is going to fire off its flare gun at the same guy
Not the flare gun.
for 19.
19 is also going to hit. Your drone is inspired by you, even though you're hurt. You're so close to death's door. You're still fighting on, and your drone is like, "I like that. I'm going to also do that.
I too will be.
I too will be heroic."
For
Give me-
4 fire.
Ooh, all right. And this security guard is not having a great day. You can see that he stumbles a little bit, and he seems to be in the same state that you are. Also about to take a little knock on death's door.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Knocking on.
As
I'm-
Rolex
Go
would
ahead.
do.
let me just say while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and do some giveaways in chat. I'll give you the keyword there, so keep your eyes on chat, everybody, and you could win big. Continue on, Justin. Fight.
Can win a pinata.
Fight. To win a pinata. This actually is the picture is from Viva Pinata. I was so happy.
I knew it.
I was so happy when I found it. Isekai,
It's
is there
beautiful.
anything else you would like to do?
Only thing I'll do is I'll look at the barkeep and say tap, and that'll be the end.
He looks at you, he's like, yeah. All right. After Isekai is Electra. Electra on the porcelain pony.
You hear a flush. You hear a slam of a door opening, hitting the linoleum of the bathroom. She stomps out and she kind of surveys the situation, has to take a second, points over towards Dr. Priya Brywin and says, "You embrace the entropy that exists between moments in time." That's what you hear in your head. You are now my entropic focus, if you don't mind. And I am going to go over to this security guard. And, I smashed him on accident. It's you being a big goyle. And I'm going to entropic strike him with my fists.
Oh, go for it. Those are big fists.
Wonderful. Big ol' fists. That is a 19 to hit.
Got it. That's going to hit.
Good.
It's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it.
All right, and he is gonna take 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the weird thing is, it is both acid and bludgeoning. I don't know if do with that what you will, but it's spicy up in there.
So as you punch the security guard, you actually your acidic fists actually punch right through his pauldron on his armor, and he's like, oh, and you can see that you scratch his flesh with his Kasathan flesh with that acid as well, and they're like, oh, whoa, it really hurt them a lot.
Good.
All right, Electra, is there anything else you can do or would like to do on your turn?
I think that's all I can do on this round. Oh wait, no, actually I can cleave. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack again. Entropic strike. Go with the left hook this time. That's really bad. That's a 12 to hit.
With cleave, can you hit the same enemy, or does it have to be someone else?
It's the same enemy, I think.
No,
Let me.
Cleave is adjacent. Sorry.
Well, there is a no face right.
What is it called? Additional melee attack at the first one. Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry. It is adjacent. I am full of lies, and you should never listen to me ever again.
There is a no face that you're just going pop.
Yeah, that somebody kind of gets caught in the crossfire.
This no face gets caught in the crossfire, and
You'll be caught in
he explodes in a mass of flesh, bone, and acid, just immediately obliterated.
Delightful.
All right, after Charmin Electra is Iggy.
All right, so this wonderful person over there, I will take a shoot at them. Oh, I'll take that. It was a 4, it looks like. So that was an 8.
An 8. An 8 will not be enough to hit. This security guard digs down deep. The adrenaline is rushing through their body, and they use that to just get super Kasathan senses all of a sudden, and they just dodge out of the way of your shot.
Okay. And then I will continue with Isekai back 1, 2, 3. I imagine half speed. Yes, no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm right there next to Rolex.
Okay. All right, and then next is Dr. Priya.
All right. Let me just finish writing about this giveaway. The great Kevin has won Geek Grind Coffee. Yay!
Congratulations, Kevin!
And also Smuggles 11.
Hey,
It's true.
Smuggles.
Smuggles won the Acquisitions Incorporated Company token set.
Nice.
Old Scratch Johnson won a Starfinder beginner box. And there's still one more giveaway to do, which I'm just going to do right now while I have your attention, because you can't continue without me. And oh, snap, Dad, you have won free STL from Eldritch Foundry. I'll follow up with you guys after my turn.
Damn.
Those are all great.
Awesome.
Nice,
That's
y'all.
fantastic.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I worked really hard on them. Thanks. No.
Yeah, old Scratch Johnson, you sly dog.
You sly dog. All right. You know what's a doctor to do? Little.
Save me, resurrect me.
I don't have that option. Does it seem like this android is a problem?
She did
Is she trying to
shout.
fight?
She
Yeah.
did shout, "The Bleak Horizon is finally mine again," and she animated this pinata dragon.
You know, I don't care for it. If I were to do an overheat, is
Mhm.
that a waste of a spell? Because it is area of effect.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be a waste of a spell. Why don't I save that? Why don't I, smoke them if you got them? Maybe I could shoot a gun.
You know what? I will say again. I will remind everyone. It's a one shot. It's a
One shot, go for it.
Exactly.
Who cares?
I hear what
Go
you're
for
saying.
it.
Blow up the ship so everyone gets sucked out into the space.
We tried that.
that's-
Apparently, it doesn't blow up.
There was this real old movie where this woman had this giant hole and took the alien outside the ship.
Oh yeah.
That is true. That is true.
What was that movie
is
again?
there-
Chestburster.
Does there appear to
Caddyshack.
be an area on the ship where the wall is particularly thin and I might be able to melt through it? And just end this all.
This
for
is
all of
a-
us. Very
this
good.
is-
I want
This
to
a
play
real
this
question.
character again.
Who needs it? I was gonna say shoot my gun. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's only 1d4 if I hit. So yeah, we'll do another magic missile. It's fine. But this time at the pinata. At the pinata, or no, I'll do it at the android. That's because my friends are in danger. Okay, so who's ready to do math? All right, 2 plus 5
7.
plus God damn it, 2 9, and then an extra one for my harmful spells, my technomantic harmful spells. So that's
10.
It's 10. It's 10 damage. It's what I did. I'm not proud of it, but it is my full action.
And that is for
Thank you, good
Rolex,
night.
correct?
Yeah, that's my it just against Rolex. Yeah.
10 damage isn't nothing.
No, it's not. And I'm just happy to be here.
Actually, a lot.
Because some of us aren't.
I'm just happy to be
Uh,
here.
So she, the magic missiles sail over to her, and then she says, "How could you? I am the captain of the Bleak Horizon, newly christened."
I like this. Like, how could you? And it's like, we talked about this 10 minutes ago.
You were there, right?
I helped you get your revenge. All right, and you know what? It is her turn. So she is going to fire right back at you. And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it though?
And that is going to be 3 points of damage to you. Dr.
who?
Priya. To Dr. Priya.
Okay, 3 points of damage.
3 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No big
Fine.
deal.
Try
I
50.
still got some have sung songs about how I got stamina, and I still do. So that's
There you go.
Can I
now.
play the pinata and deal 55 points of damage?
Eleanor Di Lorenzo?
Okay.
Okay, so Ellie is now in
Haven't
charge.
you done enough?
Ellie is now piloting the dragon pinata. Ellie, who do you
Amazing.
think the pinata should go after?
Okay, cool. I think the pinata should go after
Who hasn't been hit?
who hasn't been hit. Actually,
Wait,
Izuke.
I don't like this anymore.
Wait, am I now on Justin's side? Because then I will.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Izukai has 1 hit point left, right?
Yes.
I like it.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Oh, God.
Savage.
So the dragon pinata makes their way over towards Isekai, I have to pull up their stat block because I forget their bonuses. And
when you pinata.
Jesus Christ.
the pinata raises their hand. Half-eaten Oreos in half crescent moon shapes come out of their fingertips for claws. And oh boy. Okay. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might do it. And it's going to do at least 1 point of damage.
Yep.
That is 2, 6. That is 6 points of slashing damage to Isekai.
You're fine.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. Walk off that lingering death I see hanging about your person.
Just rub some dirt in the wound, you'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, we get to spend resolve points for the first time, I think.
That's true. Stabilize.
That's true.
Because
There you go.
one of us didn't get a chance to use the resolve points.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph's just jealous of you.
All right, so we're going to turn you that way. And then this security guard is going to move over here and take a shot at Iggy. Iggy, this is going to be an 11 to hit the AC.
It misses.
Oh no. All right. So as I mentioned before, this soldier is not doing very well. Maybe their eyes are blurry. You don't know, but they missed that shot and you're like, whew, so relieved. Electra, you've got the security guard in front of you. They're going to take a swipe at you with
And in his head, he hears, hit me, I dare you, hit me. She deals
All right.
in entropy, Vanguard life.
The security guard actually forgot all of his melee weapons at home, so he's gonna have to try an unarmed strike.
Ooh.
Ooh, and he rolls a 6.
That's
he rolls a
not
6.
No.
No,
No.
not very good at all. I don't think so. But he still tries, and you know what? It does connect. Your fur is so thick that it has no effect,
I'm
And-
so fluffy.
and so fluffy.
So
You
fluffy.
look, you look down at this puny Kasathan security guard, and he looks up. I'm sorry.
You're welcome to run if you so choose. Otherwise, I will have to hurt you badly.
And you know what? He is going to take you up on that suggestion, and he does start to run away from you.
I can be nice.
I can
Do I
that.
get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Oh my god.
You do.
That's so evil.
You know what? We have to take everything we can these days.
So that means I have advantage? Is that how that works in this game?
I'm not sure it's advantage. I think you just get the just give a d20 plus your
You just get-
regular.
Oh, okay, great. So that is a 14 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Great. I'm sorry. He
What are you sorry
takes
for?
eight damage, same kind of acidy bludgeoning situation.
You know what? He just like the no face before him. He also explodes
Oh.
into a mist of viscera and acid
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and fur. A little bit of fur comes
Little
off
fur.
too. A little bit of
Okay.
fur. A little bit of fur. All right. He
It was
is
getting long.
dead. Yes. All right. Okay. After that was the baddies, and they all went. So Isekai, it is your turn. Would you like to spend that resolve point?
Yeah, I'm trying to. It says I need to spend a quarter of my resolve points. I have 5, so would that be 1 or 2 resolve points?
I would say that would probably be make it 1. That's fine.
All right, then I will be unconscious but stable for now, and my next turn I'll be able to do anything. Would my drone still be able to move?
You know, I'll give it to you because your drone is still very inspired. So your drone is still up and moving around.
Well, I mean, it sees what happens and fires upon the pinata.
Oh no.
Not my face, sir.
Not my gumdrop button.
Oh no! You're a
Mr.
monster!
Does an 8 somehow manage to...
From the flare gun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the drone fires the flare gun, and it hits the pinata dragon on the back, and it flares up, and a couple of the the ruffles on the dragon burn up, but it doesn't seem to have done any damage, just cosmetic damage.
You got my Tootsie Roll.
All right, after
The
Isekai.
true role Ellie was born to play.
Honestly, I'm kind of here for it though.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't love it so much.
She will help me kill all of you.
No, me? No.
No.
Charmin Electra, it is your turn.
Great. So I would like to do a charge. How does that work exactly? I just run and I go further than my actual speed.
Mm-hmm. Let's all
I
find
think.
out together.
I'm so
gonna
sorry.
remind
I
myself,
forgot.
too.
I had it
No.
written down and I knew
Sorry,
it.
what was the question? What was it?
Charge.
Charge. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Because my normal speed is 40. So I could almost get there. I'm 5 feet off.
This is just a
I won't
regular.
lie, we could use some rerolls, so if anybody wants
Yeah.
to make some donations, not for Ellie, just
jeez.
specifying.
I'm not.
Okay,
finding
Sorry,
it.
Justin. I've never played a
No, no.
tank.
No, it's okay. It's been a while since anyone's used a charge. Okay, so charging is a full action. It allows you to move up to double your speed and make a melee attack at the end of the movement. You can draw a weapon during a charge attack if your base attack bonus is... Okay, so you just
Great.
move double your movement and then you make an attack.
Great. I'd love to do that. I'm going to run up to Pinata Friend and I'm going to do my classique entropic strike.
It's a Titan
Let's do
against
it.
a Titan.
And yes, quite. It is a 16 to hit.
A 16, I believe. Let me double check. A 16 is going to hit. Yes.
Riggedy rad, my dude. Okay, and then that is 8 points of acid/bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. You punch into the body of this pinata dragon, and an acid, courses through over their body. You pull out your fist, and some Jolly Ranchers pour out the side of the dragon, doing 8 points of damage. I believe I heard you say.
Yes, 8.
Okay. Excellent. Okay.
Oh.
After that had to be a full action. So after Charmin Electra is Iggy.
All right. Rolex next to me when they were smacked with the magic missiles. Did it break away any like armor or anything, like any wiring or anything showing?
Yeah, there's a few wires showing right here under one of her where her ribs, might be.
Okay. And Iggy looks and says, "Oh, you look like you're damaged. Go ahead, crack her. Just make her turn." I'm like, stop it. Okay, do it now. So I go and I grab the wires and say, "I'm just trying to help you." "Yeah, we're gonna help you real good, you poop." And then I'm going to use engineering to kind of hot wire her and make her shut down.
Let's do it. Yes. Go for it. You had an
Natural
engineering check.
4. Okay, so that is gonna be 19.
Okay.
Did you need a D10? Do
I
we have another one?
I
could
used
use
mine
one.
for the lactose intolerance,
I
unfortunately.
used mine to force the
Unfortunately.
I,
Yeah, okay,
I
this is the
have
life we live in.
I have one left.
Shut up, Ellie.
I heard Ellie said I could use hers. That's what I heard.
Did anyone use the one that was up for grabs for anyone?
No.
I don't think so.
I think that one went to me too.
Oh yeah, you might have used that. God. All right, Ellie. Fine.
This
Kill
was-
us all. See if I care.
This was her plan. She used up all the boons,
Now,
Then
then she
and then she switched sides.
she removed the need to play her first character, and now is playing a pinata. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. Kill her.
Yeah.
you're the assassin.
Yeah,
Awesome.
A long con.
the true enemy of the state.
Among Us.
Ellie, it's going exactly as we planned.
Yes.
No, damn you, Justin. These people paid to be here.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not?
All right.
Yeah, this was an Among Us themed game, which we didn't realize we were playing.
I love I love the engineering check. I will give you your Star Lord will descend from the cosmic heavens and gift you another D10 to add to that roll.
Desna
I
be
love you.
praised.
I gotta donate some money then. That's another 7 on there. That's 26.
26. You get in there, and you have to. You have to separate her ribs just a bit more, and you
Just
get
breathe.
a hold of
Just breathe.
you get a hold of a few more
Breathe into
wires,
it.
and you're messing with it. You have to take out a screwdriver, and you do see her shut down,
Emotionally.
emotionally, physically. She
She
does.
just winks in slow motion over and over again.
She does. Yeah.
That was for my partner, you brat.
Nice. Solid.
That is Iggy's turn, and after Iggy is Dr. Priya.
Okay.
Priya.
Oh, I thought you were frozen for a second.
Me too.
I thought she was too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It-
Yeah. I'm sorry. That I was thinking about how I wished I didn't have to cast Magic Missile again, and how I should have chosen some better spells. But that's sometimes you need a spell that doesn't rely on you needing to roll well.
Yes.
And in those times, for those times, there's Charmin Electra. For those times,
Less is
you
more.
know, I should try to kill this alien, but I'm so mad at Ellie. That, and I don't know how many more rounds I'll live for. The other option is that I could just lean into the self, I guess, damaging situation, and I could just cast overheat on everyone, including my friends, except for the bear.
I can cast dampen anyway,
yes.
and I can make it better.
Lead in. Let the dark side consume
That just
you.
seems that just seems really rude.
It's all right. We have resolve points.
That's what resolve points are for.
I mean, what if we killed both of them? What if this? You know what? I'm doing it.
Great.
Technomancer, Priya has a taste for blood now. She's scared. Well, actually, she's not that scared. She just says, you know what? I think it's time for a little experimentation. And her runes light up, pulsing from blue to a deep red. And she casts overheat in a 15-foot cone on everybody but the bear. And to that end, I must ask. Let's see, how far would that be? It would be everyone in that first row. It would miss out on Itsukai. I think that's right. This is Itsukai here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then okay, cool, great. So Itsukai, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not dead.
Cool. That's the plan. And then I believe it's a reflex save. Reflex against my DC, which I'm looking up now. I think it's 17.
Reflex.
Is it tie
Is it?
and over, or is it over?
It is tie
It's
and
meets
over.
it, beats it.
Yeah, meets or
Okay.
beats.
Meets or beats?
Did it beat it?
I meted it.
And
Great it.
the Rolex rolled a 13.
Great. So suffer. 2d8. What's happening? All right. Oh, that's max damage. Okay. Sorry. So that's 16 fire dam to everybody. And yeah, and so the runes all just kind of like vibrate and then gather together in her hands, and then through an iris, she casts. Everyone feels a bit cold who's standing outside of the cone as she sucks the heat from the surrounding area, from all the technology on the bar, and just shunts it out at the people in front of her in a giant cone of flame.
What was the damage again, Priya?
16.
16. Okay.
So, halved for you if you succeeded, which I feel like you did because meets it beats it.
Yeah, I did. Okay. I got brains.
And Rolex rolled a 13, and
Yeah.
that did not beat. So Rolex is going to take the maximum amount of damage possible.
Oh, I'm sorry, and it would be 17 because I have damage. My damaging spells for my technomantic
There you go.
abilities.
Nice.
So 17 points of damage flows over Rolex as this wave of heat hits her, and you can see that parts of her body start to melt away. She is powered down, so she can't defend against it, and she slowly just falls over in a heap of ooey gooey metal on the ground.
Nice. Now, some might argue that a pinata is made of paper. Some. I don't know. This is a space pinata. But might I argue that Eleanor Di Lorenzo is vulnerable to fire damage?
You might.
But it's space paper.
I mean, listen, it's
Paper.
paper, so
Paper.
I don't know.
It's made from
Paper
space
for men.
trees.
Yep.
now, Spaper for men. Now for sale at Absalom Station.
Charmin Electro, made from the best paper money can
Paper.
buy.
It's true.
It'll feel like Annie grab on your bump.
Did the
Oh
heat
boy.
the heat wave did the heat wave hit the pinata dragon as well?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
snap! Okay, so the pinata dragon would have also failed their save. So I would
17
say
damage.
17
Or, you know,
damage. I would say
Vulnerable, maybe double
yeah,
it. Who
yeah,
can
yeah.
say?
Well, double, okay, double.
I'll,
But it definitely does. It does more
Intense.
damage to the pinata than it did to Rolex.
That's great.
And after Dr. Priya is the pinata dragon. Let me do this little bit of math here. Okay, and you can see that like a lot of this paper dragon has been burned by that heat wave, and like lots of like Jolly Ranchers, Tootsie Rolls, Smarties, Nerds, all kinds of candy is coming out
Hey,
of its body.
Did you see Nerds?
I resemble that.
I resemble that remark.
I too am that.
Don't worry, I'm a normal jock.
What you got
Uh,
against nerds?
We see Justin Harris fall out of the pinata. Anyway,
There he is.
There's the
Oh.
Smarty.
I knew it was old man Justin Harris all along.
Don't kill me, please.
it's because he's so sweet. Anyway,
Oh.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay.
Get out of the
So,
jeep.
the pinata dragon turns to Charmin Electra, who was the last one to,
Hit me.
the closest one that attacked it, and is going
sorry.
to swipe at you with its Oreo claws, and that is a natural 20.
Oh yeah, that
Oh.
hits, and I
I-
get an entropic point. Yes.
I think that hits. Let me see here. Damage. Yes.
Please.
So.
Damage me so I can use the power of entropy, the seconds between time. Vanguards are so whack. Like they're amazing.
all right,
Basically,
you
they
take
get more powerful the more hurt they get. It's great.
these Oreo claws come down, and you feel this cookie scratching you across your bare body, and
Ah,
you take-
snickerdoodle.
You take 14 points of delicious slashing damage.
I feel the chaos and entropy flowing through my bare veins,
Could
which are
I,
similar to other veins.
could I roll a d10 to add to that damage?
Yes, you can. Yes. You can.
I see I
So-
was giving ideas in chat, huh?
So add another 7 points of damage.
Another 7 points.
So that is-
These Oreos are double stuffed, and you take 7 more points.
First, she came for
Wait,
the auction.
what was
the-
and
what was
I
the
said
first?
Nothing.
Mega stuff.
It was 14 plus 7 would be 21 in
21.
all.
Right. Thank you.
You dead?
No,
21 in all.
not even close,
Now-
Ellie.
Wow.
Ellie, I forgot that you were controlling the pinata dragon. We do still have this security guard. Who should the security guard take a shot at?
Anne.
Got it.
Not Dr.
Is he in range?
Not Dr. Priya. And
Just Anne.
Just Anne.
God, he's here. Please.
You can move into range. Boom. All right.
My door opens. It's just Ellie's husband, Chris, with a laser gun, with like a super soaker.
And that is 11 to hit your EAC.
Well, it doesn't.
Man. Wow.
Suck it.
Justin,
Sorry,
I thought
that wasn't
was
directed at you, Justin. It
Justin.
was directed at my friend Eleanor.
Yes, Ellie.
Now I'm just saying. I just wanna. I have something to report to HR. The of GMs. I think you should hit better.
I think you should do the most instead of the least.
I thought
I'll
we were a
take that.
team.
I'll take that. Okay.
You can't touch this, Ellie. You can't.
So there was, how should I put this? There was an extra monster added to the combat that has not been added yet. Someone donated. Let me just look this up.
What's it? Smoggles.
I thought
I
that
don't know
was.
who
There
it
was there were two monster donations.
Oh, there
One
was.
of them was quite one of them was quite specific.
Well, here comes one right now.
I get 2
Oh, no.
entropy points. Actually, Smoggles is helping me in the chat because he's looking out for me in my entropy points
Helping
because
you
I've
the
never played a
rules.
Vanguard.
All right. So the first thing that you hear is a rumbling underneath the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And where all of the failed comedians had met their liquid plasmic doom before, you now see the source of the crunching bone sound burst through the trap doors under the stage. And we have here a lovely plasma beast thingy
Oh God, we are going to die.
with just
We are
liquid
going to
acid
die.
plasma coming out of its mouth. It's hulking, it's hungry. You see that it coughs and actually belches out a piece of the half elf that it had eaten at the beginning of the session.
Did it taste funny, Justin?
Tasted funny.
Funny? Did it?
It had a sharp wit. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
it was Gouda. Okay. And that creature is going to belch out some plasma towards Charmin Electra.
Oh gosh.
Charmin Electra is a 15 going to hit your EAC.
It is,
Okay. All right.
unfortunately.
This is when the party on the bleak horizon.
Looking
Party
bleak.
kill.
Looking bleak.
The total party kill on the
on
bleak
the bleak
horizon.
horizon.
This is really when it heats up.
Listen,
This-
we can't blame anyone for this though.
No, there's no one in particular to blame.
This
for
plasma monster belches a stream of hot liquid plasma at Charmin Electra and does 6 points of acid damage.
That's so rude.
anything. It's not that much.
I know,
Also,
but it's
not
still
that much.
rude.
This is a.
You and me. I've only got one spell slot left. And then it's just you and me,
It's GG.
buddy.
GG no re. Okay.
If only we had a, extra character here to help
To
us in
help.
combat.
If
What?
only.
I
If
took out the
only.
boss. I took out the boss.
You
Okay.
were the boss.
You
I was the
the
boss.
entire time.
All
right.
is
The
going
boss
to
was coming
plan.
from inside the house.
Now, for the second added monster to the combat. The
Will
plas-
no one help us? Please donate.
the pla-
bit.ly/bards for Jasper, please. Not to Ellie. Not to Justin. To me. To Helena. To Jared. To Chad. Don't you love us, please?
or to Eleanor.
No. God
I'm
damn it, Justin.
I'm telling him to donate $20 will give us a nuke.
Or
That's not how it's done.
$30 right now. There's going to be a nuke that appears in the middle of the
And
You know
dance
what?
this
floor.
all.
My God.
Nobody's
All right.
donated the $25 to hear our different voices we all had planned all this time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was about to say, or $25, and we'll all change voices.
Chad, yeah,
right
Chad
now.
had Chad had zero chill. They were like, "Here's a couple of +10s. The rest of it just $100 donations for monsters." Like that's how it went.
Oh, nice, nice.
Listen,
All
if
right.
I could buy a nuke for $30,
Can one of those monsters be a
Can I buy a vowel?
resurrection beast?
All right. You hear a voice echo throughout the nightclub on the Bleak Horizon. And it says, wait, no one's gonna get away with letting my precious Ralph die. And you see Sharon, Ralph's ex-wife, appear in front of the stage, holding
Shit.
a laser rifle of her own. Ellie, who does she think is responsible for the death of her husband?
it's gonna be Anne.
I am so glad we are done recording Lost Mountain Saga.
Yep.
This relationship is over.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh no.
All
See,
right.
now you need a new season so you can DM her.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know what? This is right. You're gonna slide into my DMs, and we're gonna figure this out.
This is getting juicy like fondue.
All right.
What?
Might as well
don't
be
know.
juicy at this
I'm
point.
firing my writer.
liked
I'm
it.
firing my writer.
Ellie,
What's
give
up,
me
Justin?
a D20 roll for that attack.
10, 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, natty 18.
Natty 18, and
That'll hit.
it's gonna do 2 points of fire damage.
Ow!
Sucks.
And after, right here, we're coming up to the climax here. After the baddies is Isekai.
Okay, well, I'm going to use a resolve point,
I would.
and
Good choice.
I'm back in combat. This glorious combat that we're going to come out of.
So we're all having
It's
a great
Ellie's
time.
combat. We're just living in it
Listen.
This is like Romeo and Juliet.
When the
for
Ralph
now.
and Sharon.
when the cone was fired, did it get rid of the no face and all behind me there, or?
Oh yeah, this no face is totally gone.
Okay. And not entirely sure, of course, about the roles in Starfinder. Am I able to, like, take a step back and fire?
Absolutely, yeah. You can disengage.
Guarded
That's fine.
step.
Okay.
I know this game.
Yeah, you do.
I know this game. Baby got game.
And where did we say the Sharon was?
Sharon is right here. Sorry, she does not have the best
She's
token.
in your
over here.
heart.
Well,
In your heart.
Juicy Garland says, Eleanor DiLorenzo, since when? Burn.
What?
Actually, this
Oh.
can be Sharon right here. There you go.
I'm gonna say, you crazy, and then fire.
Give me that attack roll.
Crazy.
That was a 1.
Oh, I don't think
Oh,
it's
no.
gonna make it.
So you want to not roll a 1, just so you know, in this game.
Yeah.
I thought we were playing
Thank
golf.
God you're here to set us straight, Ellie.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
And Chun Chun Maru will fire on the guard.
Okay. All right. Give me that attack roll. You know what? The guard, it fires. The guard, it gets obliterated. That flare just takes him right out.
Good, because that was another 1. Guess who's changing out the die?
Good. Good.
You should change out your die.
Okay. All right. That was Isekai's turn. You moved, you shot, and after Isekai is Charmin Electra.
Brilliant. So now that I have the feeling of entropy flowing through my bare veins, yeah, I'm gonna expend an entropy point to add to my next entropic strike. So here we go.
Sure.
I'm going to hit the pinata with my. Oh, it was cocked. I'm going to try it again. Oh, that was really bad. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 will hit.
Fascinating. Great. I am going to, in that case, hit it with more. For 10 plus my extra d4 for my entropic point. 13 bludgeoning / acid damage.
All right, you hit it with that damage, and it looks like you went plus ultra because this dragon pinata explodes and candy goes everywhere. And action 2, there were pop rocks inside that explode like fireworks. Pop, 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 pop.
Amazing.
And the dragon pinata has fallen.
Suck it, Ellie. Sorry, I mean it's just it's not directed at anyone.
Listen, Sharon is still around.
Sharon is here.
All right. Not if I have anything to say about that.
Who are you gonna embody next, huh? Huh?
Oh, I have a plan. It's not a great one.
All right. After Charmin Electra is Iggy.
Okay, so we have these new folks that are just joining into the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I came to do what I came to do. He's dead. I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye. And I'll come over here, but as I'm going to shoot at Sharon and say, "That's what you get for ruining Ralph's life." Boom, 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 boom.
Oh. Oh.
6. I got a 6. That was a warning shot, Sharon.
Yeah. I'm like, you crazy Miss Sharon. You're like, this is what you get, Miss. It's like, Sharon's just like, what? I did nothing.
What did I do?
Worst party ever.
Yeah. Sharon's like, listen, Ralph and I had problems. That was no secret. We were working it out, okay?
Yeah, villain monologuing. Who's next? No.
Up next is Dr. Priya.
Okay, Dr. Priya is going to lock eyes. She herself still glowing with runic bestial rage as she looks at the creature standing conveniently behind Sharon. Sharon? I've heard it both ways.
Sharon.
It's
I
like
accidentally said
chair.
Sharon.
Like a chair that you're on.
With
Got
a
it.
C.
Okay. She locks eyes with this creature and casts telepathic message and says, "Don't you want who is that voice? That's what it sounds like. Don't you want Batman in telepathic message? Don't you want a better life, creature? It could be so easy. Join me and we will rule the galaxy together." As like the witches did on the Rancors of Dathomir. This is getting away from me. I just want to ride it, and I would like it to kill her. Can I roll a diplomacy check or a life science check? I'll do anything.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Okay. I just want this thing to eat Ellie, and then eat her third character of the night.
Wait, like the rhino? Do you want the rhino to
What
eat?
if I told you it was a natural 20?
I would be amazed. That would be awesome.
It's true.
Very
So
convenient.
take that, Ellie! And I'm going to add to that my +5.
+5. Okay.
Yeah.
So
25.
as you make that offer, that suggestion to Sharon, her 5 children.
Well, not to Sharon, to the creature behind
Oh,
Sharon.
to the creature behind Sharon.
Yeah, I want the creature's friendship. I would like Plasma to be upon Sharon
Got
/
it.
Ellie.
Oh, yeah. So the creature doesn't even respond. The creature belches on the back of Sharon with this hot plasma. And that's going to hit Sharon for sure. And Sharon is going to take... 15 points of acid damage as it washes over her like a waterfall. And she melts before your eyes.
It's just one night of passion and all of this.
You're dead.
She says that as she melts and her hand
Third
just...
time. But it gives the thumbs up as it melts.
But what
into
you
the
didn't know is that she had a nuke that sets off.
Yes, and
Yes, and
So the nuke goes off.
Okay.
No.
There we go.
No.
No. This is a kid's show.
No. Woo. All right. So,
No.
Charon Falls. Captain Gruzark has been obliterated.
Yeah.
The evil Ellie has no one left to manipulate or control. And you have befriended the plasma
creature.
beast that had erupted from underneath the stage, and this has been total party kill
Yeah.
on the Bleak horizon.
I ride it like Daenerys into the starlit sunset.
Oh,
My new non-flight worthy dragon, but the dragon thing is on a plane. Snake's on a plane. It all works out. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Justin, for this incredible game tonight. I think we've all learned some things about ourselves
And each other.
and each other.
Oh.
just
No.
before Priya flies away,
guys, live your life.
Iggy goes, temporal anomaly.
You're right. That has to be.
And the
end.
animation is like Scooby-Doo, the gang laughing at the end. That's how it
Freeze
is.
frame. Yeah, amazing. Freeze frame in which Ellie's 3 characters are dead. But it's fine. All right, guys. Ellie, thanks so much for coming at the last minute and
thank you.
filling in with us. Really appreciate everything you brought to
Water
the table.
Water did not break. Oh,
Water
Yeah,
did
you
not.
made it. No babies yet.
No babies
but
yet.
soon.
but soon.
We needed someone
But
to
soon,
donate
soon,
1,000 for the water to break,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If we just we're just $1,000 donation away from Ellie's child
Yeah.
being born on stream.
Smash that
Um,
subscribe button.
Guys, thank you so much for playing tonight. We have one more game for you coming up, and I am super, super excited about it. We have a whole other day tomorrow. So if you have to leave, there are VODs on YouTube that will be available of every single story that has been told here. Please consider donating if you haven't yet. But of course, the most important thing is that you are here and you came to share this space with us. So thank you so much. And we will see you in about half an hour. So don't go away. Hang out. Talk about how much you love Ellie. Are you Team Ellie? Are you Team Not Ellie? Let us know with hashtags
Could
in
be-
chat.
Could be.
Be nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah, be nice.
Aw.
Mostly.
No.
All right.
I can take it.
Love you guys.
We love
Ellie
Ellie.
can take- No, we love you, Ellie. Really.
Shut up, then.
Really. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.